The following is a special presentation of the Westmoreland Sports Network.
And he's going to dance his way into a hole, and there goes Cade Yakimelli to the 10, the 5, the goal line, and the Penn-Trafford touchdown!
Redbird goes in motion. It's the freshman Reynolds. He is stopped dead in his tracks as Penn-Trafford comes up massive defensively. That's Haynes on the tackle for loss.
Coverage of the 2021 PIAA Class 5A semifinal. Live from Bald Eagle High School on the Westmoreland Sports Network is presented by FSQ Sports Training in Level Green. Will you outwork your competition? By the John V. Graziano Funeral Home in Jeanette, creating a meaningful service to honor your loved one. By Stevenson Insurance Associates in Greensburg. Call the right play when it comes to your insurance coverage. By Bowser Automotive. That's the power of Bowser. By D'Annunzio's Italian Restaurants. It's a family tradition. By Manor Valley Golf Course in Export. Your next golf adventure awaits at Manor Valley. By Dom's Pizzeria on Cavett Avenue in Trafford. Voted the best pizza in Westmoreland County. By State Farm Agent Alex Hetrick in Murraysville. Like a good neighbor, State Farm Agent Alex Hetrick is there. By Excella Health. Excella Health wants to know, how can we help you today? By Schultz Ford in Wexford, Harmarville, and West Mifflin, the #1 Ford dealer in Pennsylvania. By Westmoreland Drug and Alcohol Commission. Prevention is key. By Aesthetic Family Dental in Harrison City. Our #1 priority is you, our patient. By Penn Township Commissioner Chuck Conkus. By Dunkin' Donuts in Murraysville. America runs on Dunkin'. By the Larry N. George Agency in Trafford, insuring Trafford and all of Pennsylvania since 1981. By Level Green Plumbing and Heating. Prepare for the winter season with Level Green Plumbing and Heating. By Sendell Motors in Greensburg. Sendell sells for less. By East Suburban Sports Medicine. Feel better, play better, live better. By Martin & Martin Tree Care in Claridge. Proud to help keep the area beautiful. By Dr. Greco Dentistry in Murraysville. Healthy smiles naturally. By State Farm Agent Jeff Brady in Harrison City. By Shula's General Contractors in Jeanette. And by the Penn-Trafford Athletic Department, providing an athletic program that extends the learning experience beyond the classroom. Now, the Westmoreland Sports Network takes you live to Bald Eagle High School for tonight's pregame show, presented by FSQ Sports Training. With Sean Benjamin, here's John Flickinger.
A live look at Alumni Stadium on the campus of Bald Eagle area as we get you set for what should be an exciting night of high school football. We are pleased to bring you the PIAA Class 5A semifinal between the District 3 champ Exeter Township Eagles and the WPIAL District 7 champion Penn-Trafford Warriors. Good evening, everybody. Alongside Sean Benjamin, I'm John Flickinger. Excited to be here for what should be just an incredible matchup of two teams who are both coming into this game in uncharted waters, if you will. Both of these combatants are coming off of their first district titles in school history. They will be playing in their first ever PIAA playoff game. And both of these teams are also coming off dramatic victories to get here, and I mean down to the wire for both of these teams. Exeter Township upset the state's #1 ranked team in Governor Mifflin 31-28. Meanwhile, the Warriors won an extremely physical thriller over Moon 24-21 last Saturday night at Heinz Field. The winner of this game heads to the PIAA championship game in Hershey next Friday. Exeter comes in here riding a 6-game winning streak, while the Warriors, after beginning the season 2-2, have reeled off 9 consecutive wins. And Sean, I think we could be in for another instant classic this evening on really a beautiful night weather-wise for early December.
Absolutely, yeah. The first game ever for the Warriors in the month of December. But, yeah, it's definitely a beautiful night. Not what you expect right now, especially after what they played in last Saturday.
Absolutely. We welcome you to Warriors pregame. It's sponsored by FSQ Sports Training. We have so much to get to prior to the 7 o'clock kickoff, and we will break down both of these dynamic teams as well as interviews with PT coach John Ruane, Cade Iacomelli, and Daniel Tarabrella. That's all coming up here on the FSQ Sports Training pregame show. Last week at Heinz Field, a historic time for Penn-Trafford fans. I mean, what a moment, and just an outstanding game. The elements, you had snow, you had cold, you had a little bit of everything in that game, but it was a back-and-forth battle in the first half. PT taking a 3-0 lead on Nate Schlesinger's 34-yard field goal, but the Tigers would score consecutive touchdowns on their next 2 possessions. They took a 14-3 lead, and Sean, you were kind of holding your breath a little at that point if you were a PT fan.
Definitely, yeah. They jumped out and had a nice drive to start the game, got up by a field goal, and then, like you said, Moon stuck their heels in and did what they do. And, unfortunately, the Warriors were able to turn it around and get some big plays there to get it going.
Yeah, speaking of that, it took the Warriors just one play after the ensuing kickoff to hit pay dirt. Cade Iacomelli scoring from 53 yards out to cut the lead to 4. He was also untouched on that run, and that was a much-needed answer for Penn-Trafford.
Absolutely, yeah. What a great run by him. Beautiful play, just like we've seen all year. Took that direct snap and just found a crack, and once he finds that crack, he's gone.
The turning point of the game, I thought, was the Warrior defense stopping Moon on the ensuing drive after the Iacomelli touchdown. A red zone stance at the PT 6-yard line, and that was when senior quarterback Carter Green hooked up with Iacomelli on a 92-yard catch and run as the senior play caller for the Warriors put the ball exactly where he needed to, and then Cade did the rest.
Yeah, just a beautiful play. He saw the Kalkstein was covered on the play, and saw that wheel route going around the side and just put it up over the safety, up over the corner. Just a nice play, and he was off to the distance.
You look at the replays of last week's game, the Schlesinger field goal to give Penn-Trafford the 3-0 lead, and then all of a sudden Moon coming back, and boy, McGowan was really good at quarterback for the Tigers.
That was a nice drive there because they did a lot of nice run plays. They ran the ball about 3, 4, 5 times, and then they sucked them in, and then threw that pass play a little bit unexpected and caught the Warriors off guard.
Second touchdown coming up here for the Tigers, and that's when they led 14-3 in the game, but then Iacomelli comes right back, and Coach Ruane talked about this being a big turning point for him in this game, just to keep Penn-Trafford in the game, down by 4 after that touchdown run by Cade. But again, personally, when you look at what happened after and Moon driving down and Penn-Trafford's defense holding them, then this play, and usually this goes to the curl route.
Yep.
And Coach Ruane talked about that, but they jumped the curl. 3 defenders jumped the curl, and Cade got open behind the defense and down the sideline for the touchdown, and I think that was certainly a huge play at that time to get Penn-Trafford the 17-14 lead, but then Moon came back. They scored a touchdown. The back and forth continued, and Moon took a 21-17 lead into the half. But a key play in this game was here on the first possession of the second half, the fumble caused by Seth Dunlap. What a play by Seth, causing the fumble. Tarabrella, who's played tremendous defense, comes up to recover.
Yeah, Seth Dunlap, nice play, put his hat on the ball, popped it loose, and Tarabrella was there to clean it up.
That was Jeremiah Deans who fumbled for the Tigers, so give Penn-Trafford some life there and give him the short field, and Carter Green finishes it with a beautiful run. And the Warriors retake the lead at 24-21 after the Schlesinger kick, and you thought at that time that there'd be a whole lot more scoring, or at least some scoring left in the game, but there wasn't. No,
you had this play here where it looked like the Warriors were going to take a 10-point lead, but it ended up being a hold call on Tarabella, I believe, which brought it back, which was just a shame. But the Warriors were able to, chew up some more clock and work this drive downfield a little more.
Yeah, certainly a close call there, but then the field goal try to tie the game in regulation missed to the right. It was on the right hash. He kicked it straight, and John Ruane smiling and, of course, extremely excited to pick up that first ever WPIAL championship for the Warriors, and what a celebration it was as you see the coach, Cade, and his teammates.
Yeah, just a great time for Warrior players, Warrior coaches, Warrior fans. It's a long time, 50 years of this football program, and it's special night.
And really, the game was a survival of the fittest, obviously, between two teams. They were carbon copies of each other, but Penn-Trafford made the plays when they needed to. Moon controlled the line of scrimmage in the first half. I thought Penn-Trafford, again, just as they did against Pine Richland, kind of tired the Moon defense down in the second half. They moved the sticks, got some first downs, and obviously that led to the victory. But when you look at the stats, Iacomelli finished with 136 yards on the ground. Green added another 87. Carter also completed 2 of 6 passes, but both were important. The 92-yard pass, but also we can't forget about the big first down conversion to take more time off the clock, the pass to Jacob Otto. He's the only other Penn-Trafford player that touched the football offensively. They had 324 yards of total offense in the game, 315 of them, Iacomelli and Green.
Yeah, Iacomelli and Green, they've been the catalyst to the success for the Warriors. Iacomelli has 484 yards rushing in the playoffs this playoff season with 6 touchdowns. He also has 134 yards receiving with 2 touchdowns, 8 total touchdowns. That's the lead in playoff history.
Yeah, it's amazing. 618 total yards for Cade. Green has 291 on the ground, 198 in the air for 2 scores. So collectively, these two have accounted for 1,107 yards in just 3 games. That's not even a season for some players.
Right. Yeah, just unbelievable. They have really turned it up once the playoffs hit, and have definitely put the Warriors in this position.
And defensively, of course, you can't forget about that. I mean, Penn-Trafford's have been stout all season. They played a really good Moon team, and you'll hear from Coach John Ruane talking about the Tigers here in just a little bit. That game could have went, obviously, either way. Penn-Trafford ends up winning it. But Daniel Tarabella, we have an interview with him as well. He's been solid all year, but in these playoffs, Sean, he's just been a terror all over the field for Penn-Trafford.
He has been, just lights out. I mean, when you looked at the stats at the start of the playoffs, he was 1 tackle behind the lead. Now he has a lead, like a 15-tackle lead. He has just really turned it up to another level in the start of the playoffs.
Just to watch the team celebration after and see Coach Ruane, his great staff in the student section, and fans react to it, it was certainly a special moment. And for you as well, because you're a Penn-Trafford grad.
Absolutely. Being an alum, it's a long time. We made the playoffs 3 years in a row when I was in school, and then all the years after. So very nice to see them get that championship and keep that tradition going.
We are on the FSQ Sports Training pregame show. John Flickinger, Sean Benjamin with you. When we come back, we'll continue to set this game up. We'll talk about tonight's opponent, the Exeter Township Eagles. We are at Bald Eagle Area High School, and we'll return right after these messages.
Every morning brings a new opportunity, a new chance to be great. But it's up to you to decide who you want to be. You can wake up and chase your dreams, or stay where you are and remain the same. The great ones keep pushing. The great ones do more. So, are you going to be great?
The mission of State Farm Insurance agent Jeff Brady in Harrison City is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Located at 2102 Route 130, State Farm Insurance agent Jeff Brady offers auto, home, property, business, life, health, banking, and annuities. State Farm also offers auto loans. Call 724-744-2125 or jeffbradyagency.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This is how far we'll go to treat heart, lung, and vascular disease. 15 millimeters. At Exeter Health, we believe less can be more. That's why we use minimally invasive surgery in the treatment of coronary artery disease, heart valve repair and replacement, lung cancer, and conditions of the peripheral arteries. For our patients, that means less blood loss, less post-operative pain, and a faster recovery. It means that a disease process that took decades to develop can, in a few hours, be reversed. And for us, it means providing the most advanced and sophisticated care for patients in our region. The Heart, Lung, and Vascular Institute at Exeter Health. Expert care here.
John Flickinger, Sean Benjamin back here at Bald Eagle Area High School. About a 25-minute drive, depends on how you drive, to Beaver Stadium and Penn State University as Warrior pregame continues, brought to you by FSQ Sports Training. Let's turn our attention now to Penn-Trafford's opponent, the Exeter Eagles. And as I said earlier, it's also their first time in the state playoffs. They played a week ago tonight, and talking to some people here prior to our broadcast, Sean, it may be one of the biggest upsets, if not the biggest, in District 3 history, as they knocked out Governor Mifflin 31-28 using a bruising running game and possession passing game. Their time of possession was just unreal in that game, and ultimately they defeated the number one team in the state at their house.
Yeah.
Earlier in the season, Exeter lost to Governor Mifflin 54-21. They were down 30-0 at halftime.
Right.
They come back. You don't see that much in high school football. Pro ball, yes.
Yeah.
College sometime if you play twice in a season.
Right.
But high school football, when you lose that badly and you play again, you usually get around maybe the same result. Not this case.
Yeah, very impressive for Exeter Township to really, bounce back, see what they made their mistakes were, and fix them. In it seems they had 6 weeks before that game, but just incredible by them to make up that much ground.
A lot of wind last week in their game against Governor Mifflin, 25 to 30 mile per hour winds, I was told, 30-degree temperatures, and they were still able to do it. Now, Governor Mifflin has a running back, I should say. Well, he's done now. His name's Nick Singleton. He's the number one ranked running back in the country, and he's going to Penn State. He only touched the ball 8 times, and I wondered why that was the case. The first time he touched it several times. I did ask some people this week. They said he had an ankle injury coming into the game, so that obviously helped Exeter. But what also helped them was them able to control the football.
Yeah, time of possession was huge. I was able to go back and watch that game, and just to see what they did offensively to hold on to the football and just take that time of possession away from Governor Mifflin. It was just keep their studs off the field. Just a great game plan for them.
Very much like PT, Exeter struggled out of the gate. They lost their first 2 of their first 4 games, but other than the loss to Governor Mifflin later in the season, the Eagles went 8-1 down the stretch, and they certainly are peaking at the right time on both sides of the ball. Last week, they had a 14-7 lead after one quarter. They extended it to 21-7 early in the second. It was 21-14 at the half, but then Governor Mifflin scored the next 2 touchdowns. They actually had a 28-21 lead heading into the fourth quarter, but that's when Exeter buckled down, and they were led by their impressive offensive and defensive lines and their star running back, Eric Nangle. We'll talk more about him as we go. And a 22-yard field goal by Mike Moser. They made it a 28-24 game, and then Nangle, who looked like he was wrapped up after about a 3-yard gain, broke out of the pile all the way for a 31-yard touchdown. And then Governor Mifflin gets the football back, 3 and out. They punted away. Exeter never gave it back. They went almost 8 minutes of that fourth quarter, the final 8 minutes, to seal the deal, and never gave Governor Mifflin the football back.
Very nice drive that they put on. It's funny. It was a 3rd and 8 right before they were able to finish the game off. 3rd and 8, they forced Governor Mifflin to go offside. They forced it got it down to a 3rd and 3. manageable. They were able to get the first down, and that iced the game. Just a good job by Exeter Township.
How about this stat? They converted on 13 third or fourth downs in that game.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yep.
And what you could do, that's and they more than doubled the time of possession in that game. Talk about a couple of players to watch tonight. Obviously, the quarterback, Colin Payne, he's a senior. He's thrown for 2,163 yards, 22 touchdowns to just 6 interceptions, 59% completion percentage. He doesn't run the ball much, though, as you see Colin Payne there on our screen. But they say he has a chip on his shoulder because he was told early in the season he wasn't one of the top quarterbacks in District 3, but he certainly proved it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. He is a possession quarterback. He does a nice job. He doesn't turn the ball over. He checks off. He makes sure that he has his receivers where he needs them, and it makes big plays when he has to.
And we talked about Nangle, a 5'10", 175 senior. He just had a great week. 41 carries last week for 255 yards and a touchdown, the big touchdown, the sealer, so to speak. But they also have some other weapons as well. Their fullback is Tyler Yoakum, a 6', 220 senior. He has 13 touchdowns on the season. A good offensive line, and then they also have a wide receiver. He's only a junior. He's headed to Penn State. Joey Schlaffer, 728 yards, 8 touchdowns. He stands 6'6", 210.
Yeah, he is a nice target. They put him on the backside a lot of times, away from the strength. Match him up one-on-one on the backside, a lot of backside posts, slants, and he does a nice job for them. And Colin does a nice job gunning it in there.
One other thing for our viewers to watch tonight, if you look at Exeter Township and what they do offensively, they like to play musical linemen. Mm-hmm. Their center stays the same. He's Kyle Helm. He's 335 pounds. But they like to move their guards around. They give different looks, even up front, not just their formations, but where they line up with their offensive front.
Yeah, they do a lot of unbalance, move them from side to side. We're watching tape and then going back and watching a couple other games. It's neat how they move them around and they keep it in order. They know where they're going, because they have 2 big horses on the offensive line, but they have 3 guys that are about 6'4", 6 foot 215, 6'3", 210, and another 5'8", 190. So they move those 3 around those horses, and they do a nice job doing it.
This should be a great matchup tonight from Bald Eagle Area High School. We're happy to bring it to you here on the Westmoreland Sports Network, the NFHS Sports Network. There's head coach John Ruane of the Warriors, and you're going to hear from him coming up next as the FSQ pregame show rolls on here from Bald Eagle.
First of all, nothing compares to that ride we just had down Pleasant Valley and down 130. And to see this incredible community and support for these young men who for the first time in 50 years of Penn-Trafford High School bring home the championship. Everything about tonight is everything we love as coaches about being here. It's never about an individual, it's about an entire community. It's about an entire team. I wish you guys could all see how these guys work every day of their life and sacrifice and commit and believe in each other. You could not be prouder of 65 young men who defy odds every single day and work, and now they've achieved. WPIAA 5A champion, Penn-Trafford.
The all-new 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander at Sindel Mitsubishi. Drive one today for $239 a month, plus an industry-leading 10-year warranty. The all-new Outlander at Sindel Mitsubishi. Get thunderstruck.
Welcome back to our first of 3 interviews here on Warriors pregame as we count you down to the state semifinal between Penn-Trafford and Exeter. Now our coaches show with the 12th year head coach of the Penn-Trafford Warriors, John Ruane. And Coach, I know that you had to quickly turn your attention to this game, but you had to digest it a little bit. The Whitfield Championship, had a chance to celebrate it. Looking back on it, just how special was it?
It's the pinnacle of my experience in coaching to this point, obviously. Something we've strived so hard to get for so long. And the kids, it's all we've talked about. It's all they've wanted. It's all the work they put in. And, credit to them. They earned it. They achieved. And it was through, believing in themselves and being down 14-3 and believing they could win that game. And, snapping at halftime and playing a lot better in the second half. I couldn't be prouder of the kids. I couldn't be prouder of the community. There was nothing like turning around and seeing that crowd go crazy when we pulled it off. And then coming home and seeing the support we have all the way down 130 and into the stadium. And, it was really overwhelming, to say the least. And it's just a great place to be. It is. And I'm really excited for everybody involved.
Yeah, I passed you guys in the Squirrel Hill Tunnel, and I thought I saw police lights. And I'm like, holy cow, they're getting a police escort home all the way from Heinz Field. And then you pass like a couple of parking lots with fire trucks ready to go to greet you guys when you come through. That was pretty cool. And, not every team obviously gets to do it that way. And that was really neat that the Penn-Trafford community came out like that.
Yeah. The kid, we were all looking out the windows on the bus, and the kids were so excited. I turned around and kind of I ride the senior bus and caught a glimpse of those guys. And it was like, they're wide-eyed and couldn't believe it either. And then when we got off the bus here, so many people here celebrating, and it was just the coolest thing. I can't really even put into words how great that experience was, and just shows you what this community is. It's tight-knit and so supportive of these kids and our coaching staff, and I can't say enough about it.
I thought a cool moment too was, Moon misses the field goal and there's a flag down. Nobody has any idea what the flag is for. Everyone's holding their breath on your sideline. And at one point, you were the only one that knew that what the penalty was, that it was against Moon. You turn around and go like this, and everyone starts going nuts. I think that's a memory that I know I'll never forget.
Well, that's selfishly, that was what I thought of as well. It was just like a sigh of relief / frustration / just pure excitement. But yeah, I was happy I got to be the one to break the news without saying a word to anybody.
Well, talk a little bit about the game, Coach. You mentioned you guys fall behind 14-3. Cade hits that big run. You also had the 90-yard pass play from Carter to Cade. You guys caused some turnovers. You turned the ball over a couple of times. Speaking of digesting, there was a lot to digest from that game, huh?
Yeah, there was. It was a championship football game with 2 good teams. Moon's outstanding, really well coached, obviously very big and physical. And they showed up to play, for no doubt about it. We had a good first drive. We went down and kicked a field goal. I would like to have scored 6 there, but nonetheless, we got points on the board, which was a good start. But they played really good offense in the first half. We weren't doing a great job using our hands, getting off blocks. So they went up 14-3. And that's when number 5 said, I'm going to take this one and get us right back in it on the first play. And he did. Credit him. Although he did go untouched on that play, so we got to credit all 11 on the field.
Yeah.
And Kate will be the first one to tell you that. But, that was the spark we needed. After that point, I think everybody was like, all right, we're back. We're ready to roll. And, Kate provided that for us, and the blocking provided that for us. And, we exchanged blows back and forth after that. But I thought that was the biggest point of the game, to keep us believing. And then, the game went as it did the rest of the way, but that was huge.
And obviously another huge play was the 92-yard touchdown pass. And I think you mentioned after the game that the ball usually doesn't go to the running back at that point. Kind of glad it did.
Carter stood in the pocket and just made a perfect read, perfect throw on time and hit Cade in stride. And like I said, credit Cade for going full speed, not acting like he was a decoy, because he is a viable receiver on the play. It just worked out. It was huge. 3rd and 8 backed up inside our own 10, and to put us in the lead really, really sparked us.
A lot of offense in the first half, not as much for either team in the second half. I think you mentioned after the game as well, Coach, that maybe nerves could have played a role in that.
Maybe. I think people were unsure of the footing and all the nonsense that goes into playing on grass for the first time all year, and in particular down there. And not to make excuses for either team, but you kind of see the look on the kids' faces a little different. So I think they had to feel their way out in the first half. It was wet, it was snowing, it was cold, and there's a lot of elements, and then two physical football teams that are going to hit you and make you turn the football over. So, it's just a football game. If you want to draw one up, it looks like that.
Talk about how crazy the final drive was for Moon. There were a couple of penalties that went against them, that went against you, and then, of course, they ultimately missed the field goal, but they had a couple of cracks, Coach, to get it into the end zone and win the game there, so the defense really stood tall when they needed to.
They did. We went to our nickel look, and credit Moon for a good plan. They took what we gave them and 6-7 yards a pop and got themselves down into range to make some noise, and once we got them inside the 10 or the 15-yard line, where the heck they were, inside the 20-yard line, I guess, we kind of tightened up. And then, 33 yards at Heinz Field on a wet field is not an easy kick. I feel bad for that kid because that's a tough situation to be in. And, fortunately, we kept them in that situation, So, credit our kids for answering the bell when their backs were against the wall.
Was that the most physical team you've played? I know Pine Richland certainly physical too, but man, Moon had some big boys out there.
Yeah, they did. I would say certainly the most physical offense we've played. Mm-hmm. They get after you downhill. That's their MO, and they want to possess the football and run right at you. I think their line is their key. I mean, they're terrific up front, both sides. We felt as though if we could get past that line, we could crack some big ones, and we did. But it's easier said than done getting past that front seven. So. They were a terrific team, physical, quick off the football. They don't stay blocked. That's a reason they were 12-0 in the championship.
Having Carter and, I guess more importantly, Cade, obviously Carter's going to touch the ball every play, but with Cade touching the ball so often, do you have to be a little more creative on offense with formations and shifts and motions and things like that, Coach?
Yeah, if you watch us, you'll say we're the most boring team on earth.
But yet pretty exciting too, in the same way.
Yeah, but we kind of knew that going in. We thought our strong suit this season would be up front and a lot of physical kids at tight end and H, and a couple guys that could run the ball very well. We try to outflank everybody every week. That's our goal, is to have an extra body at the point of attack. But I think we have really developed our run game. We ran a lot more weak side run, in particular in the last two games. Because teams were overplaying the strength a little bit. So we've tried to adapt as much as we can. At the end of the day, it's about the 7 guys up front blocking theirs and the 2 guys behind finding a crease. So, we end up doing that enough to win.
I know Dan Tarabrella has been great for you defensively all year, but my gosh, the last 2 weeks against Pine Richland, he was awesome. Blocked a field goal, and then last week he had a ton of tackles. What have you seen from him defensively?
He's really confident right now. He's seeing things, and he's playing at a much faster speed than, let's say, the first 5 games of the year. He's, truly the cliche of getting better every week. This kid has gotten better every single week, and he's peaking at the exact right time. I mean, I went back and watched a replay of the game, and, it's just he's in on every play. He made 1,000 tackles. He's dropping into pass coverage. He got triple teamed on a play and made a sack. Legitimately, 3 guys had him, triangled in. He got off and made a sack. Played more offense than he's played Saturday night, I should say. Just terrific kid who is a student of the game, studies a ton of film, works his butt off, great attitude, and now he's reaping the rewards of that. Just your classic kid that wants it and gets better every day.
Turning our attention to Exeter, you guys have your first WPIAL championship, so much emotion, so much celebration, and then you guys have to turn around and play a football game this Friday. Was that something that was discussed with the guys this week? How have they responded in practice?
Yeah, so, the coaches, it was a Saturday game, which is a killer because you got to wake up Sunday and come in here and start all over and not really enjoy it as much as maybe we could have, but so be it. The reward is playing another week and getting to spend another week with the kids. And now the ultimate goal, obviously, getting to Hershey and playing in the state championship game. So there's still plenty of, opportunity there and plenty to play for. But, yeah, we talked to the kids as soon as they came in on Monday and said, we can only do this if we're all in. And if you guys are satisfied with where we're at, then we're not going to do very well on Friday. And I mean, they're in. They want to do it. They want to win. They want to continue to compete. They want to continue to spend another week and practice and be here and be a part of it and ultimately get to the big goal of playing a full season and getting to Hershey with a chance to win the championship. So practices have been fantastic. They've been like every other week. There hasn't been a letdown. There hasn't been the hangover, I guess. Really happy with the kids. And, again, that goes back to our leadership of our seniors and our captains. It's second to none.
Talk with Cade Yacamelli and Dan Tarabrella here in just a couple of moments. Exeter upset Governor Mifflin last week, a gigantic upset because Governor Mifflin hung, 50-plus points on him earlier in the season. Mm-hmm. So when you look back at that game, Coach, what kind of stood out to you?
Well, I mean, if you do that against a team that's a heavy favorite, I mean, you got some character. That's number one. Mm-hmm. You know, those kids are obviously very motivated. They're in the same boat as us. They've never been here, and they want to impress, and they want to stick together a little bit longer. What stands out on film is how fast they play both sides of the ball. They certainly run to the football very well in defense. They're very active up front. They do a lot of twist stunts, and they'll crowd the box. They'll spread the box. They'll play multiple look, which is always tough to prepare for. And then offensively, they can throw. They can run. They got a great running back. They throw screens at you. They're very diverse in what they do, and they got a lot of talent.
Was there anything specific about the game last week that kind of stood out to you to allow them to kind of pull off that upsetting?
No, it just looked like they wanted it more. I mean, they were very physical on third down and short. They stopped those guys, which they didn't do the first time around apparently. And I saw a couple fourth down plays that they ran the ball, and, it looks like it's bottled up, and all of a sudden the running back breaks free and goes down the sideline and scores. So, it's just a little bit of 1-2 at this point in the year. And maybe the Governor Mifflin thought, it was going to be same old story, and these guys said not a chance.
I want to ask you about Joey Schlaffer, who is heading to Penn State, a Division I, I guess, tight end and wide receiver. They split him out a little bit, Coach. How do you kind of have to defend him?
Well, he's really good, and the quarterback can sling it. So, definitely eyeballs will be on him, and I don't think we're going to change everything that we do to accommodate it, but no doubt we're going to be expecting him to touch the football quite a bit, and we got to read our keys. They run the ball well. They run a lot of formations, and we just have to play really good defense and be in position to stop what they want to do.
And you kind of mentioned them already, but your keys to victory then here tonight.
Well, we have to get a fast start. We can't start slow and feel like, this is it. You know what I mean? We want to get a jump start on these guys and have good possessions on offense early in the game and certainly stop them from big plays because they're a big play team. Special teams, this is a team, again, that kind of like Moon kicks the ball all over the place on their kickoff team, so we got to have everybody alert. We can't turn the football over. And at the end of the day, we're going to have to run the ball and stop them. And that's been our MO all season.
Yep. Coach, thank you so much. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you guys, you personally, a staff, and a community to see the kids and what they were able to accomplish last week and hopefully get into a state championship with a win here tonight.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Dan.
Good
Appreciate
luck.
all you do.
Absolutely. That is Coach John Duane of the Penn-Trafford Warriors. Coming up next, we'll talk with Cade Yacamelli and Dan Tarabrella as our pregame show continues.
At D'Annunzio's, our menu is extensive with an abundance of selections. The next best thing to being at one of our 3 locations is having our frozen food and jarred sauce in your own home. For our frozen food selections, we have wedding soup, pasta fagioli, lasagna, stuffed cheese rigatoni, ricotta cavatelli, and potato gnocchi. Our jarred sauces include the original, smooth, marinara, and tomato cream. These products can all be found at our restaurants or your local grocer.
Tarabrella got it. 21. Let's see this angle. Yes, 21 got his hand up there.
Yeah, that fits.
The do-it-all guy.
His older brother is the all-time kicker for the Warriors, so he had plenty of chances blocking him back in the backyard.
Welcome back to the pregame show here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. We are counting you down to the PIAA semifinal between the Penn-Trafford Warriors and Exeter Eagles in our first of 2 player interviews. We'll talk with Cade Yacamelli in just a bit, but right now we talk with Dan Tarabrella, who's doing some big things defensively for the Penn-Trafford Warriors and offensively too. First of all, Dan, I have to ask you just how good it felt to hold that trophy that you did last week. come home with the fire truck escort. Just thinking back to it, how good did it feel after putting in so much work here?
Oh, it was amazing. It was an amazing feeling to see the community all come together and the joy in my teammates, my family. It was no other feeling. It was amazing.
So when you saw did you know that there was going to be an escort? Did you have a feeling that there might be? Like
I had a feeling there was going to be something, but not like that. That was something else.
I was telling Coach that I was driving back and I left kind of late. So you guys, I passed you in the Squirrel Hole Tunnel and I saw police lights. And I'm like, wow, they're getting an escort all the way back from Heinz Field. So that was pretty neat to see. When you look at the game, Dan, you guys really seemed to settle down defensively in the second half. Did anything change at halftime going into the second half?
Nothing changed. We just wanted to be more physical, get off more blocks, use our hands more, and read more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys seemed like you were able to do that in the second half. And, you go up against a pretty physical Moon team. Was that the most physical team that you've played against, do you think, this year?
They were very physical, for sure. They were definitely one of them. They were a very well-taught team and physical.
Well, tell me about the defensive stand at the end. First of all, that pass interference penalty against you. I was trying to look up at the big board when we were at Heinz, and looking back at it, what are your feelings on that?
I do think it was pass interference.
Oh, do you?
I reached over him.
I guess. All right. He's honest. We like that. But the bottom line is you guys kept them out of the end zone to force that field goal miss. What was kind of going through your mind when they were, getting those small chunk plays going down the field, and then you had to really keep them out of the end zone a couple of times to force that field goal? So what was kind of going through your mind defensively?
My mind was just, I knew they were going to try to throw passes, so I just tried to read and try to get hands on the receivers as much as we could and try to stop them.
You made 17.5 tackles in the game. Before we started this interview, Cade was like, yeah, that's a game. I was like, that might be 2 games worth of tackles there. You did a fantastic job. Against Pine Richland, you were all over the place too. Are you playing with more confidence, would you say, right now, even compared to like the beginning of the season?
Yeah, I am, but our D-line, they're taking 2 or 3 man on, and they're leaving holes for the backers, and our coaching staff is just taking time out of their families, hours and upon hours, and just trying to get us ready. So it's really nice when we have all the support and help.
Well, you give credit to the guys up front, and if they're able to occupy blockers, that allows the defensive linebackers, right, to make plays and the safeties.
For sure, they're doing a big role for us.
And everything. And I think that goes to show how great of a team this is. It's not just about 1 or 2 guys. And anytime we talk with, Cade and Carter, they're always giving credit to the guys up front. You're giving credit to the defensive line, keeping guys off of you. And that says a lot about this team, doesn't it?
Absolutely. We're family, and we take care of each other.
Well, speaking of family, I got to ask you what it's like playing for your dad. I know Hannah asked you that a couple of weeks ago, but I have to ask you that again. What's it like playing for him?
No other feeling. He's just another coach, and we go upon it.
Is he harder on you? Because I played for, my brother was an assistant coach when I played, and I don't know, I guess he really wasn't harder on me necessarily, but I know I talked to some people say, the family's a little harder on you during practice and stuff. Would you say that about your dad?
Absolutely, but it's tough love.
That's right. What are your impressions of Exeter? What do they like to do well? I mean, what do you, when you look at them on film, what kind of jumps out at you?
You could tell that they're a very coached team. They're well coached and they're disciplined, but I feel that they're more run heavy, and they like to pass a lot too. So,
was it surprising that Moon threw the ball as much as they did last week? Did you expect them to throw the ball as often as they did?
We game planned, or the coaching staff game planned that we prepared for both.
Yeah.
So we didn't really know what to expect.
Okay. So what do you guys need to do well? I'll say defensively, to come up with a win here tonight.
Defensively, I feel like we need to be physical, out-physical them. Read our keys and play fast, run to the football.
Okay. And how about, I know you said before we started that you would like to play football in college. Do you have any idea where you'd like to go yet, what you'd like to major in, that kind of thing?
Maybe education, business, but I don't know where I'd like to go yet.
Well, your head coach is a business teacher, so he should be able to help you out with that.
Yes,
for sure. Dan, thank you so much for doing this. Congratulations. Great job last week, and hopefully you guys can get into a state title game, all right?
Thank you.
That is Dan Tarabrella, starting senior for the Penn-Trafford Warriors. Coming up next, we'll talk with Cade Iacomelli as we continue to count you down to kickoff Penn-Trafford and Exeter in the state semifinal.
Sometimes the holidays call for Dunkin'. Introducing new Holiday Blend Coffee, a warming blend with notes of molasses and dried fruit to spark your spirit and give you that holiday hustle. Sip through the holidays with a medium Holiday Blend Coffee for $2. America runs on Dunkin'.
Direct snap again to Cade. And he's going to dance his way into a hole, and there goes Cade Yakimelli to the 10, the 5, the goal line, and the Penn-Trafford touchdown!
What patience by Yakimelli. That's a D1 guy right there, and you can see why he's doing to Wisconsin.
Our pregame show rolls on here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. We talked with Coach John Ruane. We talked with junior linebacker Dan Tarabrella, and now we talk with senior safety and running back, of course, Cade Yakimelli. And Cade, one of the things that I'll never forget from that Whitfield Championship game, and there were a lot of things, is you holding up the trophy in the snowflakes. You guys finally get your first Whitfield Championship, and I know how much that means to you, but kind of talk about just how much that moment meant to you.
Just for you to say those words is, out this world. That's when you pray for something and when you want something so bad, and for you to finally achieve it, and for me to finally hold that up in front of all my teammates, in front of the whole community. That's a special moment, and that's something I'll never forget till I die. And I keep looking at pictures of it. I'm obsessed with it.
And of course, jumping in the student section was pretty sweet as well, I'm sure. And it was so interesting. You brought up something before we started this interview. When we interviewed you during our training camp previews down on the field, which seems like a long time ago now, you said, we got a shot. And now look at this. We're sitting down talking about the fact that you guys won a Whitfield Championship and you have a shot at winning a state title now. So how cool is that?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that sitting over there in that chair. It's crazy how a couple months ago we were just sitting over there and I was talking to you about how I think we have a great shot and for us to finally do it. Yeah. Like I said, it's a burden off my chest, and now it's time to win states.
When you look back at that game, and I want to ask you about the game specifically, but you're playing at Heinz Field for a Whitfield Championship. The snow's falling. Did you get a chance at all? I know you're so focused on the game itself, but did you get a chance at all before it was over to kind of take it in, or was it just like laser focus on the actual game itself?
From start to finish, I'm going to say laser focus, but right after I saw that field goal miss, if you watch the video, I couldn't even tell you what I was doing. My arms were just flaring everywhere. I kind of looked, kind of foolish, but it didn't really matter. I just knew we won. Actually, the best memory was the fact I looked at one of my coaches and I just saw straight tears. Yeah. I'll never forget that either. But after that field goal miss was when I kind of took it all in. And I went from there, and it was a great finish to a great not great finish to a great season.
Yeah, the district portion of it.
To the district portion.
That's right. We're going to states now. So when you got a chance to ride back, certainly on the bus, and you had the I asked Dan, of course, about the the escort that you guys got back. How neat was that?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even know what to expect. I saw that he was giving us the escort, but the real cool thing was when we stopped right before we entered the township, and all the fire trucks came out, and that's when I knew. I was like, wow, this is real. Like something's really cool about to happen. Plus, Coach actually stood up, and he looked at all of us, and he goes, hey, take this all in.
Yes.
So we didn't really know what to expect, and to pull up into this building and see literally everybody there for us. It was breathtaking.
That's pretty neat. Talk about the game itself. It was so exciting. You guys were down 14-3. You answered with a long touchdown run. When you answered with that long touchdown, because it was a big play in the game, were you going in there thinking that I got to bust one at some point here, or was it just like, we're going to put a drive together and score? Did you feel like, let's get one back quick?
Not really like let's get one back quick. It was more just, I kind of told myself, mentally to myself, I'm like, okay, time to do what I do. And I did that a lot during the year. Obviously, I trusted my teammates. I trusted my coaches. So for me to break that one, obviously, was huge for us, and, it took us all the rest of the way.
Talk about the catch and run for 92 yards. That was a huge play in the game as well. And Coach Ruane said after the game that play doesn't necessarily go to the running back very often, but obviously Carter made a good read there.
Oh, yeah. Actually, the design is actually hit the curl. But when I ran the rail, I was able to beat him with speed, and then I saw Carter throw the ball, and I was like, oh, this is coming right to me. I didn't think it was coming to me, and then when I saw it, and I was like, okay, and then I was able to catch it, and no one was there, and I knew I was gone.
Just do what you do. A couple of fumbles in the game, Cade. when you look at this Moon team, obviously they're very, very physical. Would you say that had something to do with it, just their physicality and kind of getting to the football?
Not really with that. I would say more the fact of the snow and the grass. I mean, it was very slick out there. Obviously, they were very physical. In my opinion, I think they were the most physical team we've played.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do say that. But I mean, I feel like it was the snow, it was the elements, and overall, I mean, we just gotta play our game with them. And I mean, they were physical. We knew that going in, so you gotta hold on the ball.
No doubt. And with you touching the ball so often, I know you never want it to happen, but things happen. Things happen. When you look at the defensive stand at the end, I talked with Coach Wayne about it. I talked with Dan Tarabrella about it. From the safety position, what was kind of going through your mind on that last drive? I mean, again, penalties that, the pass interference looked like it wasn't a good call, but it was a big call. And then there was also a penalty against Moon. They get the ball down, and before they missed the field goal, they had a couple of shots at the end zone. So can you take me back and run me through it?
Pretty much was going through we were in a nickel look, which is basically 3 deep guys. What was going through my head, and I'm sure the other 2 safeties, was don't blow a coverage because we're the last line of defense. So I mean, if we blow something, you just lose the whip. You just lose the first WPIAL title game. So we were really trying to keep everything in front of us, really focused in on your job, doing your job. We always say that here: do your job, and everything will work out. So obviously we were focused on that, and obviously the adrenaline was pumping like crazy through your chest because that was everything.
Yep.
And for us to stop them and for us to miss the field goal, I mean, that's just like, it's a gift right there.
What an awesome experience. You've obviously had great success running the ball throughout your career, but I feel like the last 2 games, Cade, you have run the ball exceptionally well. You've made great reads. It seemed like you're staying patient. Do you kind of feel like more confident than you were? I asked Dan the same thing on defense, but do you feel like you're running the ball better now than maybe even the beginning of the year?
I mean, I feel like I've made pretty good runs at the beginning of the year, but I mean, I would definitely say the last 2 games were definitely, I guess you could say, my best games of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I did it against 2 good teams. Anybody can look good when you're running against a team that's not very good.
Right.
But I mean, for me to come up kind of big in those games, I mean, it was huge for us. It was huge for me. But I mean, I'll give credit to I'll give credit to these guys till I'm done getting interviewed.
Right.
I mean, I have the best teammates in the world, no doubt about that. Those guys up front, I mean, they're killers up front. They bully guys on purpose for me to score and look good. So credit to them.
Yeah, Coach Wayne said that, that big run that you got to make it 14-10. I mean, you certainly showed some great speed, but you were also untouched in that.
Yeah.
So it's a great combination you guys have had all year. And, of course, Carter's big touchdown run as well. That was obviously huge. Just a great game last week, a lot to digest. And you mentioned being interviewed. You're interviewed so often, and now I'm interviewing you right now. But does that ever, does that ever become challenging to you to kind of be that guy and know that you're going to be, interviewed after every game and that type of thing?
I mean, I wouldn't say challenging. I mean, I guess, it's like anything. Practice makes perfect, right?
Right. Yeah. We're just getting you ready for Wisconsin. That's all.
I mean, you get interviewed like so many times, it just happens. Honestly, I mean, I'm just glad to be the team that gets interviewed.
Right. Yeah.
That means you're victorious. So
that's right.
I'll take it every time.
Well, I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are about tonight's game, about Exeter. What kind of stands out to you when you look at them on film, Cade?
I mean, I think they're more of an offensive powerhouse than a defensive powerhouse. So defense is going to have to come up huge this week. That's not saying their defense isn't good. They do have a very good defense. I mean, if you're in the state semifinal game, you're good for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like it's going to be one on our defense. We gotta do what Danny said. We got to be physical up front, more physical, because that's our game. We just got to read and play Penn-Trafford football.
This week, obviously, you win your first WPIAL championship. You're coming off of that. You play Saturday, and then you got to play Friday. That whole thing, and you want to celebrate, but you also have to focus on the next game. So was that a challenge at all for you guys this week? Or I've talked to some of the coaches. They said you guys have had a really good week of practice and been able to turn the focus quickly.
For a second, I thought it was going to be a challenge.
Yeah.
Like on Sunday, I mean, I think everyone, including myself, was on cloud 9. We were through the roof, happy. How could you not be?
Absolutely.
But then, I mean, obviously, like I texted to my guys, I talked to some of my guys. I mean, we can't blow this next opportunity, and we know that. So obviously, I mean, we had a great day of practice on Monday, a great day Tuesday, a great day Wednesday. So we just got to keep pushing forward with that, and we got to keep getting better, and obviously win this game Friday and prepare to win it all.
Yeah, you mentioned great opportunity. You guys now have a chance to win a state championship, which not many teams over the years obviously have done. I mean, you guys are one of the few left. what do you guys have to do well? I asked Dan about defense. I guess offensively tonight to get a victory, do you think?
Basically, I mean, we got to do what we do in the run game. I feel like.
And we are back at Bald Eagle Area High School. Going to get started a little bit early. If you want to watch the Iacomelli rest of the interview, you can do that on our YouTube channel later on. But we're ready for some football here as Mike Moser will kick off. Penn-Trafford is going to receive this opening kickoff, and we are underway. And the kick over the head of Otto, he pulls it in at the 5. And Jacob up over the 25, and there he goes, 40, 45, 50. Jacob Otto, we needed a big play from someone tonight on special teams, and Otto delivers it for the Warriors all the way down to around the 20-yard line of Exeter.
What a nice return by Otto. Found a crack, got into it right down the sideline. What a way to start for the Warriors.
There you see it on the replay, Sean. Good blocking there. Look at the wall set up.
Nice job. Took it about the 3-yard line. Did a nice job finding that crack, getting upfield. What a way to start.
Carter Green lines him up. And a jet sweep to Iacomelli. He has running room, and Cade picks up a good gain on first down. We're going to set up the lineups as we go here. Exeter defensively, led up front by Lucas Palange. 20 tackles for loss, 7 sacks. Their inside linebacker, Tyler Yoakum, has had a tremendous season. 98 tackles for this Exeter team. They are strong up front, strong in the linebacking core. We saw a lot of that against Pine Richland.
Yeah, definitely. Same recipe. Yoakum, another stud linebacker, 210 career tackles, 27 and a half tackles for loss.
On second down, Green running option right is going to keep. Will be taken down, but it's going to be a first down for the Warriors. They move the sticks. And just like that, a big special teams play. Penn-Trafford's knocking on the door.
Got that big first down to start the drive. Big play to start. Definitely what the Warriors wanted to start the game.
First and goal for the Warriors at the 8-yard line.
This Exeter defense gives up 286 yards a game, 187 on the ground. Green gives, Iacomelli spins off of a tackler and gets inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. Not much there, but Cade made something out of nothing.
The Warrior offensive line definitely has the advantage, I feel, tonight. They're a little bit bigger than some of their defensive linemen. Like we said before, a couple big horses they have, but overall, the Warrior offensive line is very good.
Lash had a shot at him, Joey Reedy, and this defense, I mean, they've been tremendous all season for Exeter, especially in this 6-game winning streak. Green will fake this time, and he takes inside the 5. There's a flag down. He's into the end zone, but hold everything. A flag is down at the 5-yard line.
Penn-Trafford.
Yep, the fight song is playing here, but I think this might be coming back.
Yeah, not looking good there for the Warriors. Look like, see what the call is.
It's a hold.
Holding. That was a quick holding call. That was a quick flag. That's why I was a little shaky on what the call might be.
I'm not sure. I could not hear the official as far as a number is concerned. They do say numbers now. I don't see it there. Unless they called it on Enoch, but it looked like he just pancaked his
it looked
man.
like Moorhead coming around. You see him reach and kind of grab a little bit, and that might have been where they threw it. Very ticky-tacky to start.
I'll say. 10-yard penalty. 2nd and goal now. From the 14. Green out of the backfield to Iacomelli. And Iacomelli is tackled right there at the 14. Made it got to the 13-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down. And again, the important thing here for Penn-Trafford is to get points out of this first possession. They had the nice kick return, and the penalty set them back. And you know Coach Ruane talked about fast starts and no penalties.
Yeah, definitely a bad break for the Warriors. They get the touchdown, but it gets called back. Want to come out with something here. Big play here on 3rd down.
Tommy Kalkstein and Otto split to the right, trips to the right. And The official stops play, did not signal timeout yet. Oh, the scoreboard malfunction. It literally went out. Nothing on the scoreboard. So if that's the case, they'll keep it on the field. There you see the shot of the scoreboard. Not a good start here at Bald Eagle.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't help.
Penn-Trafford was already in formation as well, so they'll have to huddle back up again on this big 3rd and goal from the 14-yard line. It doesn't help our producer, Dan Flickinger, either up here, right? Without the scoreboard, but he can handle it. Here we go. Trips to the right. Haynes is the inside receiver. Giacomelli to the wing now as Green is back. He is pressured, and he will go down.
Just couldn't find anybody on the roll out there. Didn't want to take a chance. You could see them closing down on him. Took the sack. Schlesinger out for the field goal.
Yeah, we talked about Palange, and Palange from the backside takes care of Green. So 38 yards coming here from the right hash mark for Nate Schlesinger, who's been unreal all season long. 8 field goals, 48 is his long. This will be 38. And he knocks it through with plenty of leg. So just as the Warriors did a week ago against Moon, they take the early 3-0 lead, and we'll be back after these messages.
Don't let this winter season take its toll on you. Let Level Green Plumbing and Heating help. Whether you're in need of a new heating system or just repair services or preventative maintenance, Level Green Plumbing and Heating skilled technicians can handle any job. Serving the Penn Township and surrounding area for over 30 years. It's Level Green Plumbing and Heating, Route 130 in Level Green. To find out how they can help you this winter, call 412-372-5544 or lgph.com. Go Warriors!
So the Warriors strike first after the long kickoff return. Unfortunately, the penalty took the touchdown away, Sean, but they did get points on the board, which is the most important thing.
Yeah, the points are good. Just definitely want to clean up that hold there. Like we said, it was kind of a ticky-tack hole there, but nonetheless, they get the points, and now we've got Schlesinger on the kick. 79 career touchbacks for Schlesinger.
Strauss and Woody are back deep, and it's a squib kick, and it's going to be Strauss on the return, and he is going to be wrangled down at the 29-yard line. Good job by the Warrior special teams.
Yeah, did a nice job closing down, not letting anybody get free there.
This Exeter offense we talked about, led by quarterback Colin Payne, the senior, 22 touchdowns, 2,163 yards, 59% completion percentage, but it's Eric Nangle, the running back, at 5'10", 175. He is tough to bring down.
Very tough runner. Need a couple guys to get to him. He doesn't go down on the first hit.
And it's Strauss on first down, the jet sweep to the left, and he's going to pick up maybe 3. And the Warriors are over there to make the play, led by Josh Huffman, the junior.
Strauss, he's a Villanova commit. Hitting the Villanova in the fall.
We talked about Joey Schlaffer, number 84, 6'6", headed to Penn State. Not this year. I shouldn't say not next year. He's just a junior.
Yeah, a lot of players on this team. Tyler Yoakum committed to Merrimack College in the Northeast Conference, FCS. So a lot of good players on this football team.
Yoakum lines up as a tight end to the right here on a second down play. And Payne will let it fly, and there he is. Schlaffer incomplete. He had auto beat, but just a little too far, and Schlaffer couldn't make the play.
Yeah, late on the coverage there. That time he came upfield a little too fast. Schlaffer was able to get behind him, and that's definitely something they want to clean up. You don't want those long arms beating you deep.
Man, that was close, and this kid can throw it. He can wing it. Last week, they played in 20 to 25 mile per hour winds at Governor Mifflin, and he was still able to throw for 158 yards and 3 touchdowns, did Colin Payne.
Yeah, he's a gunslinger. He can throw it all around the yard. First playoff game this year, he had 206 yards, then 165, just consistent every week.
Nangle is back there with him, man in motion. And Payne's pass is going to be caught, but falling down is Strauss. And it's going to be a 4th down play. It's going to be short. And the punt team is on for Exeter.
Yeah, that time just didn't have enough arm on it. After talking him up there, didn't have enough arm to get it out to the outside. If he would have got it to Strauss, could have been a first down.
Yeah, he did have some running room.
Warriors hold there.
The punter is Mike Moser, 28.2 average. Last week he really struggled in the wind. Kind of a rugby-style kicker, and it did not work out for him well in that wind. And there you see the rugby kick. This is high, angling to the sideline and out of bounds. Penn-Trafford should have good field position when we come back with the Warriors leading 3-0.
Since 1981, the Larry N. George Agency has been insuring Trafford and all of Pennsylvania. They specialize in personal insurance for autos, home and recreational vehicles, plus commercial insurance and life insurance. The Larry N. George Agency will listen to your needs and look at both your short-term and long-term objectives. They now offer notary services and title work as well. Stop by their office at 320 Cabot Avenue in Trafford or call 412-373-2276, online at thegeorgeagency.com, like them on Facebook.
Penn-Trafford first down from the 36. Iacomelli dances his way through a hole, and he gets up to the 41-yard line for a nice gain on first down. And just like we said last week, Sean, it's going to be tough sledding as the scoreboard is back on now, but tough sledding as it was against Moon. These are two very good offensive and defensive lines on both sides of the ball.
Very good defenses, very good team speed, both teams. You know, so far, Coach Rain has moved Cade around. He's put him out of receiver, brought him on a jet sweep, put him in the backfield, direct snap, moving them all around the formations.
This time a pistol look with Green back there, and Carter's going to throw. Quick curl and a little hitch and pitch there, and it's caught. It's completed, but it's going to be a first down, I think, for Penn-Trafford, but they probably wanted more out of that, but Iacomelli ends up picking it up or not. No, they're going to mark it short by about a yard, maybe a half a yard there. Our vantage point's kind of screened a little bit with these windows, but we're looking on the monitor here.
Breaking out the tricks already there.
Yeah.
With a little hook and sugar.
Yep. I think Paul Schofield mentioned that before the game. Maybe
they tried that against Pine Richland and just couldn't get it off. They got it off this week. Iacomelli out at wide, receiver to the backside.
Green is by himself. We saw this last week go for a touchdown. And it looked like defense maybe in the neutral zone. That's not the case. And Carter is going to be hit, and he's going to not get there. He didn't get anything. And it's going to be fourth down. He might have lost a half a yard there. And it's going to be fourth down and a big early decision for John Ruane. You have it at your own 45, 4th and 1 with this rushing attack.
Yeah, they did a nice job defensively there, squeezing down. They saw the formation, recognized it.
Lash.
And it looks like they're going to go for it here.
Yep, Lash and Orzelik and Yoakum, they were all in there for Exeter. This time Iacomelli will go from the Wildcat. Fourth down, less than a yard for the Warriors. Up 3 early in this game, big play. And Cade is going to be stopped.
Exeter, they knew what was happening there. They've seen that before on tape.
Their number 1 defensive player, Palange, steps in there. The 6'1", 210-pound junior says, not this time. And he makes the play.
You saw right there, as soon as they spread the formation, put Iacomelli back, Yoakum cheated up into the A-gap, and they were ready and squeezed down. They did a nice job squeezing from both sides.
Yeah, Richie Karsten, give him credit too, number 6. He didn't make the tackle, but he made the play initially. And now Exeter with the football. We'll see if Nangle gets his first carry of the night, and he does. And there he breaks one tackle at the line of scrimmage. He gets outside, and Eric Nangle gets a first down and more in deeper to Penn-Trafford territory.
Dynamic running back is Nangle. We talked about it a little bit at the beginning. 2,600 yards in his career, 28 touchdowns, 13 games over 100 yards. The kid is just dynamic and has been a big workhorse here in the playoffs.
Green had a chance, and they run him out of bounds across the way, but first down of the night for Exeter, and they're at the Penn-Trafford 25. They run a lot of this I formation. Here's a counter to Nangle, and this time not much.
Nice job by the Warriors there, squeezing down on the counter play. Going back to Nagel real quick, in the District 3 semifinal game, he had 28 carries, 332 yards, 5 touchdowns. Also had a reception for a touchdown for 83 yards, and then carried the ball 40 times again in the game against Governor Mifflin last week.
Yeah,
just a workhorse.
He is. 41 touches, 255 a week ago in that win. He gained 2 there, 2nd and 8, offset backfield this time. They run all kind of different formations. This time the toss to Nangle, and he's trying to get out of there, but the Warrior defense says no and drops him for a loss, and it's going to be 3rd and long, led by Enoch and company. Carabrella also there for Penn-Trafford.
Carabrella did a nice job coming up from the outside. Played the outside shoulder real nice, forced him back inside, and the Warrior defense pursuing to the football were able to get the loss.
Seth Dunlap as well, give him credit. Enoch working off the block. And same thing with Carabrella. So 3rd and 9 now. Again, both of these teams have pretty good kickers. The pass over the middle is caught for the touchdown by Schaffler.
Yeah. That time he gave a little head fake to Otto. And just like we said on the first time they went to him, you know, those long arms can't let him get behind, because all you got to do is toss it up and he'll grab it.
23rd touchdown pass of the season. Payne to Schlaffer, the Penn State commit. He was open earlier in the game. He got the inside positioning there, and he beat Otto, as you mentioned, Sean, for the score.
Yeah, no help over the top. Carter got sucked down inside, and Schlaffer over the top.
Moser's kick is good, and now Exeter has a 7-3 lead. Stay with us. We'll be back with more action here, 4:03 mark of the first quarter.
Dr. Derek Greco Dentistry in Murraysville has been devoted to restoring and enhancing the natural beauty of smiles for nearly 30 years. Dr. Greco and his skilled team have a long record of expert care and a focus on whole body health. We're one of the few offices in the area that are certified to remove mercury amalgam fillings safely. New patients are always welcome, and we are happy to accommodate emergencies. Visit GrecoDentistry.com. Dr. Derek Greco Dentistry in Murraysville. Healthy smiles naturally.
Good luck, Penn-Trafford Warriors from Martin & Martin Tree Care in Claridge. Martin & Martin Tree Care serves the Penn Township community in Westmoreland County, handling tree removal, tree trimming, tree pruning, and stump grinding. For a free estimate, call 412-818-0417. That's 412-818-0417. Family-owned Martin & Martin Tree Care in Claridge. Proud to help keep the area beautiful.
Touchdown pass from Payne to Schlaffer gives Exeter a 7-3 lead here. First quarter action as Moser will kick off, and it takes a high bounce. It's going to be taken on the run by Otto. And Penn-Trafford will get the football out to the 36-yard line. Otto will not go down. Good field position for the Warriors, but pretty exciting player in Schlaffer, isn't it?
Yeah, just dynamic. You know, he's just, what can you say? I mean, he's got the size, the speed, the strength. I mean, he's got it all. Warriors are going to have a tough time tonight. Definitely want to see how they adjust to him as the game goes on.
Dan Flickinger, our producer tonight, Chris Smith, Ryan Mickey, and Josh Bujakowski on the cameras. Thanks to Penn-Trafford PTTV for also helping out with the broadcast tonight. Warriors trail by 4, and Green will toss. And Iacomelli does get the corner, gets outside, and picks up good yardage on first down for the Warriors.
Nice job by Cade there. Carter took the option as far as he could, saw everybody collapsing down on him. Good pitch. Nice gain for the Warriors. Second and short.
Team's leading tackler, Tyler Yoakum, runs him out of bounds, but not before Cade picks up 6. 2nd down and 4 to go.
Yards on the play brings up a 2nd down and 4 at the Warrior 42.
Iacomelli again with a big hole this time, and there goes Cade into the secondary all the way down to the 33-yard line.
Nice run for Cade there. Found a nice crack. He comes in second all-time in rushing in a season, 1,634 yards.
Jacob Haynes on that left side with a nice block at the point of attack to allow Iacomelli to break free there. And Penn-Trafford has it at the 33 of the Eagles. Here's Ian DeMary in the game. He gets a carry, a rare carry, and he's going to be stacked up after maybe a yard.
So far, the defensive line for Exeter really doing a nice job on the Warrior offensive line. First time we've seen it here in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, that was Palange again who led the charge. Rush was in there as well. They're saying Palange. I asked before the game some pronunciations. They said Palange. We'll go with, I don't know, Palange? On 2nd down, it's Iacomelli, and look at him dance through a hole. Just picks his way and is about 2 yards shy of a Penn-Trafford first down. Going to bring up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, nice. Just the patience. But yeah, coming around the end there, was able to just work his way, not lose any ground, but then find a crack, get upfield. Big third down for the Warriors here.
And I'll tell you, 55's all over the field for Exeter.
He really is.
I mean, he is all over the place.
He's another guy, 153 career tackles, 31.5 tackles for loss, 10.5 sacks. Good-looking player.
3rd and 2. And Green is going to be in trouble, and he's going to be wrestled down. At least he fell forward. He fell forward, but nothing there for Carter.
So far, Exeter Township did a very nice job on their film study. They are everywhere.
58, Orzelek.
Everywhere, they're all over the field right now, making nice plays.
And Hollis as well, 27. Javon Hollis coming in with 3 tackles for loss. That was a loss of actually 2. 4th and 5, second time the Warriors have faced a 4th down. They did not get the first one. Green fires, great catch by Otto for the first down. Full extension, Jake Otto picks up the first down, and they move the sticks.
Good hands by Otto. They ran the slant play there. Found the crease inside. Good looking play there to get the first down. Keep the drive moving. Big play for the Warriors.
Yeah, absolutely, especially when they did not get it the first time. They're looking at the clock, 20 seconds to play. Penn-Trafford has it at the 17-yard line of Exeter Township. Kalkstein in motion. Green is back, setting up a screen. He completes it to Iacomelli. Has a blocker to the 10, and he goes down at about the 6-yard line. Is there a flag down? Did you? No flag.
No, first down. Looked like he should have got the stick there.
Miller made the stop. That'll be the final play of the first quarter. 7-3, Exeter in the lead. We're back on the Westmoreland Sports Network with second quarter action after this.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Hoffman Wealth Management, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all of your financial needs. Hoffman Wealth Management is committed to helping you pursue your goals. Stop in and speak with Hoffman Wealth Management. You'll be glad you did. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advice offered through Private Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. Private Advisor Group and Hoffman Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Give your taste buds a taste of Italy by biting into a slice of pizza at Dom's Pizzeria in Trafford. Voted by the readers of the Tribune Review as the best pizza in Trafford, Dom offers 17 unique toppings for you to choose from. Also try Dom's specialty pizzas, all made with 100% olive oil. Dom's Pizzeria also has wings, hoagies, calzones, wraps, and pasta, all at affordable prices. Eat in or take out, and we deliver. Call 412-372-DOMS, Cavan Avenue in Trafford, and a proud sponsor of tonight's Warrior Player of the Game.
Second quarter action here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Penn-Trafford on the march. Want to say hello to our friends at Dom's Pizzeria in Trafford watching in tonight, this one. And congratulations to Don Pecora for a good season with the East Allegheny Wildcats. They were playoff bound. They won a playoff game this year. Congratulations to him. And thanks to all of our sponsors. Penn-Trafford from the 6-yard line here. They have goal to go. Iacomelli will await the snap here. And Cade will be tackled after a short game by Kyle Lash, the defensive tackle, who made a nice play as he knifed in. Coach Ruane mentioned to my brother Dan in the pregame about the twist stunts and the different types of stunts, the slants and things like that. They like to play a lot of games up front, and they're senior-oriented, so they can do that.
Definitely. A lot of experience there, and they do a real nice job coming off the football and getting to the football.
The Warriors, by the way, they have entered the State Farm Insurance Red Zone. See State Farm agent Alex Hetrick in Murraysville for your home and auto insurance today. Green under center this time. Play fake, and he was looking for Conlon Green. He fires, he catches it, he gets the touchdown. Conlon Green. He didn't have him early, but Green found a way to get open. And after a little bit of a hiccup there by Carter Green, waiting till he breaks open, he puts the pass on the money, and Penn-Trafford retakes the lead.
Real nice job. Exeter, so far, they're jumping at the chance to get to the football. Really over-pursued there. Nice play fake. Conlon Green for the touchdown.
And a flag is down before the kick by Schlesinger, which, by the way, he did kick it through with ease, but
that was Conlon Green's third touchdown of the year, and a real nice job.
Could be a false start on Penn-Trafford, so that'll set it back a little bit further for the senior Schlesinger, who's just been tremendous, to say the least, throughout his career.
Just a phenomenal career, one of the best kickers to ever come through Penn-Trafford.
So we knew we needed some guys to step up tonight. Jacob Otto and Conlon Green on that drive certainly did. Kick is good. Warriors retake the lead 10-7 on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 6 months you saved for your Ultra HD flat screen, just in time for football season. And the overtime you worked for that third car, so your teen can drive himself to practice. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or combo, State Farm agent Alex Hetrick sees your home and car as things you work really hard for. Alex understands what your things really mean to you. Talk to State Farm agent Alex Hetrick in Murraysville for your home and auto insurance today.
Hi, this is Penn Township Commissioner Chuck Colkus. I've been proud to serve the residents of Penn Township for over 5 years. There's nothing I enjoy more than sitting in a sea of green and gold on Friday nights at Warrior Stadium and cheering on our Warriors with you. Good luck to the Penn-Trafford players, cheerleaders, and band. Here's to another great season. Paid for by friends of Chuck Colkus.
Here's the kick. It's going to be handled by Wolf at the 5, and Wolf is going to be swarmed in. Nice kick by Schlesinger. We talked about that as well. Nice and high. Fielded it about the 2-yard line, and man, Exeter with a long field to drive here.
Yeah, it gives you a different dynamic when you can create those touchbacks, create those deep balls, hang it up high, make them return, keep them deep. When you force a team to go 80 yards, that's a tough deal.
This Exeter offense, they put a lot of points on the board this season in their victories. They averaged 30 9 points per game, Sean, and this Penn-Trafford stout defense is going to be certainly tested throughout the night, as we've already seen. And here's Nangle on first down. He doesn't get anything.
Nice job by the Warriors getting off blocks there, pursuing to the football.
Enoch Huffman in there.
Conlon Green also, the backers flowing real nice. And again, we saw it to the backside, Schaffler to the backside. They like to put in backside one-on-one, and we see why on the last couple possessions.
Yeah, and John Ruane mentioned, we need to stop the running game. He's certainly a great back, but also they're, two-dimensional. They can throw it.
Yep.
Payne will play fake this time, and he goes deep down the middle, and this time it's incomplete. Heilman with the coverage. And that pass was intended for Carson Schmidt, the 5'10 senior, and it's third down. They tried to go long ball again.
Yep. That time, little mix-up. They push Schaffler to the backside, but then they run the boot, which ends up turning Carson Schmidt as the backside receiver. Put him on the post against Heilman. Nice coverage. And the Warriors holding now 3rd and 10.
You got to look for Schlaffer here, and Heilman's out here on him as Schlaffer stands at the sideline to get the play, along with the quarterback Payne.
That's 7 seconds on the shot clock here. Nope, timeout.
Yep. Matt Bowers, the head coach, by the way, of Exeter, he's done a tremendous job with this program, and they're going to burn a timeout here. We're going to step out as well. We'll be back with the third down play right after this.
The John V. Graziano Funeral Home on North 2nd Street in Jeanette proudly serves families in the Jeanette community. The Graziano Funeral Home focuses on traditional and non-traditional services, including funerals, cremation, memorial services, military services, grief support, and pre-planning. Please call us at 724-523-5433. The John V. Graziano Funeral Home in Jeanette, creating a meaningful service to honor the life and memory of your loved one.
Third down play coming up for Exeter, and boy, would this be a huge defensive stop for Penn-Trafford, especially where Exeter is right now if they can get off the field here.
Yeah, big play. This is Exeter's strength. They're very good on third down. So
yep.
Very, very tough battle here early in the football game.
They were fantastic last week. 13 conversions on third or fourth down last week. Payne pressured, throws over the middle, and it's caught, and there's the first down to Schlaffer. Strauss.
Yep.
18, not 84.
Yeah,
it was Strauss who made the catch. And just like Penn-Trafford's auto, that was a nice catch there by Strauss.
Yeah, just so many targets out there for Carson Payne, or Colin Payne to throw to. He's got Carson Schmidt, Joey Schaffler. Then you had J.R. Strauss coming across the middle. He has 20 career touchdowns.
Yeah, Declan Ochendowski had the pressure, but just a little bit too late and moved the chains. A big first down for Exeter. And here's Nangle, and he is stopped. Maybe a yard. Yeah, they're going to give him a yard. That is all. And this Penn-Trafford run defense so far tonight has done the job as Huffman again comes up and makes the hit.
Huffman, Tarabrello as well. Tarabrello with 91 tackles. He really shot up, like we said. He was a tackle behind coming into the playoffs and had coming into the game about a 24 tackle lead coming into this game.
Now last week, McGowan for Moon, you wouldn't call him much of a pocket passer. He exited the pocket quickly. This guy in Payne, he stands in there tall and makes the throws. He doesn't run much. And as I say that, he's going to take off, but they got him. Enoch and Jolly bring him down after a short gain, and another third down coming up as nobody open. Good job by the secondary.
He does a nice job. He's a very good possession quarterback. Doesn't see anything. He doesn't force. He'll come upfield. That time he picked up 5 and a big third down.
Yep, 3rd and 5, and of course, the Exeter fans are on the press box side where we're at. Penn-Trafford fans across the way. Huge contingent here tonight of Warrior faithful. Schmidt goes in motion, and a flag is down. I think he maybe turned up too early. This should be a legal formation. And that would certainly help the Warriors. It'd be 3rd and long again.
Yep, false start there. Big play. But just like on the last possession, it was 3rd and 10. You know, they picked up every 3rd down tonight. See if they can keep it rolling.
Yep. In that game against Governor Mifflin, if you joined us late, Exeter was nursing a 3-point lead, and they controlled the football in the 4th quarter for almost 8 minutes to end that game.
Just an incredible picking up 3rd downs. They picked up 2 key 3rd downs to keep that going.
Couldn't get him off the field. Penn-Trafford will try here. Back to throw, looks for the screen. Now he fires the pass. It's intercepted. Terrabrella. 7, no, Heilman. Heilman, 7. Makes the pick. Sorry about that. Liam Heilman picks it off, and you could see that developing from up here.
A beautiful play. Very beautiful. Coach Wayne talked about it in his pregame. They like to run the screens. That time they set up the screen. They brought the wheel route with Yoakum out of the backfield. Or it might have been Strauss. They brought that wheel route. And Howman did it. Yeah, it was Yoakum.
Yep, Yoakum came out of there. I saw that play last week, and it worked. Not tonight. And the Warriors have a big chance here in Exeter territory. And here goes Green for good gain to the 15, maybe the 14, as he stretches the football across.
Key possession here for the Warriors. Capitalize on the mistake. Going back to that play, Howman did a nice job reading that. They worked on the screen plays all week. It was a big concern for them. They run a myriad of offensive screens, so that time they were able to pick it up.
That was an excellent play by Liam. And my apologies, as I look, it was right there where the double pane was. I'm going to make excuses now. See. Cade will take the snap here. Penn-Trafford with a 2nd and 3 from the 15. And he cuts up inside, and he's going to be short of the 1st down, but he does fall forward for a couple. So another 3rd and short, 3rd and a yard for Penn-Trafford.
Yeah, just short on the play.
Kyle Lash, 51, one of the leading tacklers on this defensive front, made the stop.
Huge play for the Warriors here.
They have 2 downs to do it. I don't think a field goal is in play here unless they get dropped for a loss.
Right, double tight look.
They got them all lined up now under center.
Nice call.
And Green will move it forward. He's still going. Carter Green inside the 5-yard line. Never stopped his legs. He kept on churning.
Nice call by the Warriors there. They fooled him. He came up to the line looking like he was going to change the play. Got under center.
Watch his legs. Never stopped.
Kept moving. Just a nice play.
That was shades of Nangle's game-winning touchdown run last week for Exeter. Governor Mifflin had him bottled up, and he just broke out of there and went for the score. So, 1st and goal from the 3. Iacomelli walks in for the touchdown. Penn-Trafford on the board again.
Beautiful. Inside zone to the left side. Saw the crease to the backside, got into it. And the Warriors jump up by 9.
Off the turnover by Heilman. Reads the play, makes the big pick. And the Warriors capitalize. Points off turnovers, so big, especially when you're talking about a state semifinal.
No doubt.
And another flag here on the point after. We saw this last time. It backed Penn-Trafford up. Schlesinger still was able to knock it through. Let's see who this one is on. Now they're going to back Penn-Trafford up again. Coach Ruane cannot be happy about that. That's twice on the extra point team.
Yeah, they would look like you want to test Schlesinger's leg tonight. See what he got.
Well, he's been battle tested throughout the years, certainly. So he'll do it again. Give it a shot here. And all points are big. We saw that last week, did we not?
Yes. Huge.
6:01 mark here of the 1st half. Penn-Trafford trying to make it a 17-7 lead on Schlesinger's leg. And he knocks that right down Main Street. We'll be back. Penn-Trafford leads by 10 on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Hi, this is Richard Bezzi for the Ford King Schultz Ford. No matter which Schultz Ford location you are, right now I'm at Schultz Ford in Wexford, or here at Schultz Ford South in West Mifflin, or even here at Schultz Ford in Harmerville. You have a 2,000 new vehicle selection, a $500 best price guarantee, and only one dealership, 2,000 cars, and the only one that can say to you, yeah!
If you had to file an insurance claim, would your insurance coverage score a touchdown, or would you be sacked for a financial loss? At Stevenson Insurance Associates, you'll call the right play when it comes to your insurance coverage. Don't fumble the opportunity to score points with our customer service and superior low-cost policies. You need to make the right call to Stevenson Insurance Associates at 724-832-9889.
No, it's Wolf. It's not
Yeah,
Strauss.
Wolf, yeah, he's 13, yeah, on the other side, yeah.
All right, we're back with you. Sorry about that. We're looking at who's deep. I mentioned last time Wolf took the kickoff, and he's not going to get a chance this time because Schlesinger knocks it in the end zone, but it is 13 Wolf back there. Kind of hard to read the numbers sometimes. The public address announcer mentioning Strauss. It's actually Wolf who catches it, but it's a touchback. And from the 20, those are always so important.
80th career touchback there for Schlesinger. Very nice job, especially on the kickoff. Jacob Wolf has a 29.7 yards per return with a one touchdown or one return. So, a very dangerous guy back there.
Exeter offense back out here. I just had a memory of our first Penn-Trafford game ever against Peters Township on the Westmoreland Sports Network. And my brother was hitting me when I was trying to turn down the volume. But we came back there and I was still talking. He hit me again and it brought back a memory. That's a good thing. There it is. Nangle, nothing there. Warriors again off and running here defensively against the run game. They've been stout tonight.
Yeah, really doing a nice job, scraping down the line. Good pursuit. Keeping it to no gain. Making it second and long.
Enoch has played extremely well here in the first half, getting off blocks. Look at Tarabrella. He's not going to give up on the play. He's in there as well, finishing at the end, but Warriors all over the place. Huffman again.
And Enoch, he has a big boy over him tonight, 6'2", 335. Cal Helm.
2nd and 9, Nagel, nothing. Tarabrella and Dunlap team up. One low, one high, and it's 3rd and long.
Well, since that touchdown possession that Exeter had the touchdown on, the Warriors have tightened up here on the last couple possessions. Now 3rd and long, we might see some type of play action.
Yeah, this is where Payne is good,
yep.
And we've seen that so far tonight. A couple of conversions, although he did throw the interception. See if the Warriors can bait him again.
Schaffler to the top against Otto.
Yep, top of your screen. One-on-one out there. Look out. He might go deep to him. Yep, there it comes. Helping out is Green, but it's knocked away. Carter Green came over and helped out Otto, and they teamed up to knock it away from the 6'6" Schlaffer. What a play. That was Green, yeah.
Yeah, Green, yep. Yeah. Otto underneath, Green over the top. Nice bracket there. Able to force the 4th down.
Let's watch the end of this play. Otto with good coverage, but Schlaffer with his 6'6" frame goes up. And a good team effort there to knock it away.
Had it in his hands for a second, Carter Green.
And all of these plays are certainly huge. As Moser will kick from his own 10. And he got into this one. This could be huge for Exeter, but it doesn't take as good of a roll as I thought it would. But it does get inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. And the Warrior defense gets off the field again against a team that's just tremendous on 3rd down conversions.
Yeah, very good on 3rd down. Dynamic players all the way around. Very hard to cover them all, but the Warriors are doing a nice job in preserving the 17-7 lead.
So now with 4:27 left, maybe Penn-Trafford, if you're John or Wayne, you're thinking you can mount together a long drive here before the end of the half. Remember, Exeter will get the football to start the second half.
Yeah, this is your 4-minute offense coming out to finish the half.
Green will hand to Cade, through a hole, to the 40, to the 50, down the sideline. Cade Iacomelli is going to take it to the house for a Penn-Trafford touchdown, and these people are going nuts across the way. The Warrior fans on their feet.
They caught him over pursuing again. Earlier they were caught over pursuing. This time they showed it again. They gave the play fake to the left-hand side. Cade came back to the right. Declan Oksendowski on the pole.
And you talk about wrinkles in a game and some things that you haven't seen. You know, Penn-Trafford, I saw them run that play, I believe, against Pine Richland. They haven't run it all that much. You got to throw in some different wrinkles, and he had a huge hold. This offensive line, these H-backs, tight ends, all getting the job done for Penn-Trafford tonight. And they lead it 24-7. We're back after this on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Hansen.
And I'm Dr. Jeff Donatelli, and we're the dentists here at Aesthetic Family Dental at Manor Harrison City Road.
Our belief in high-quality care can be seen through our modern technology and digital workflow. We use 3D x-rays for implant planning. We have an in-house lab where we custom design crowns utilizing high-strength porcelain.
At our office, we believe in preventative care. However, if we do have to do some type of intervention, I will perform the same type of dentistry that I do on my own family.
Shula General Contractors is a family-owned and operated construction company with over 100 years of experience. Whether it's new construction, in addition, renovations, consulting services, or real estate acquisitions, you can rely on Shula General Contractors to provide you with what is needed to achieve your goals. We can take your existing home and make it look new, or build your dream home from footer to shingles. Call 724-744-4290 or visit ShulaContractors.com to view some of our work. Shula General Contractors, serving Westmoreland County for over 100 years.
Schlesinger's kick is into the end zone for a touchback. That's 40 touchbacks this season, and none too bigger than the two tonight.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the touchdown.
81, you'll see the play fake here to the left side. Got the Declan Oksendowski pulling. Nice seal. One move he needed on Wolf.
Look at the breakaway speed. That's what just impresses me about Cade. And he's just breaking away little by little.
He does such a nice job, like we talked in Pine Richland.
Nangle gets wrapped up immediately. Nothing there, and guess who made the tackle? If you're guessing, well, you're seeing, but it's Terbrella. I mean, all over the field.
That is tackle 100 for him this season. Just doing a very nice job getting to the football.
And it all starts with penetration up front to allow him to run free out there. We talk about good team defense.
Pursuit angle is always on point.
Exeter needs something here. It's 2nd and 12, and man, that's going to be 5 yards going the other way as Enoch. That's a pretty easy call right there.
Yeah, Enoch's the center himself. I think he saw the flinch.
You see how quick he gets off the football, don't you?
He saw the flinch.
Oh, no, they're going to call it the other way. A movement up front.
Yeah. Kyle Helm, 6'2", 335. Jiggled the ball a little bit, and Enoch came off quick.
Obviously, Enoch reacted to that. So not only is it a 5-yard penalty, but a little painful for the center, Kyle Helm there, the 335-pounder. Schmidt in motion. Payne will step into this one, and the pass is going to be caught by Schlaffer, but not a first down. Schlaffer up over the 25 to the 27, but a good gain on 2nd down there, and it sets up 3rd and manageable for Exeter, who really needs a score here before the half, down by 17.
Nice job on the sit route, found the soft zone, sat in it, and it puts him in 3rd and medium. Nice play. Little high on the throw, but you can do that when you're throwing to a guy 6'6".
You try to make a team one-dimensional. Penn-Trafford in the first half has been outstanding against the run. Let's see what the Eagles draw up here. Pass is caught, and it is a first down and breaking into the secondary up over the 45 to the 46. When you need a big play, you go to your big guy, Schlaffer.
Going to the big one. He came across the formation there in motion, turned upfield, and you'll see he just sits, finds that curl zone.
44th catch approaching 800 yards receiving on the year for the leading receiver for the Eagle team.
Huffman just a little late getting over, but a big gain for Exeter.
Yep. Heilman made the stop, and again, Payne is back out of the backfield this time. It's caught by Nangle. This is where he's really good. But the Warriors are there, and they gang tackle him and bring him down. You know, Nangle has, in the films I watched, how about Jack Jolly there finishing him off? But he's very good in space, is Nangle, but not on that particular play.
Yeah, very good, very shifty. And that time the Warriors do a nice job.
Ian DeMary.
Conlon Green keeping his head to that inside shoulder. Came down and made the tackle.
2nd and 8 from the Exeter 48. As we are under 2 minutes to play. Low snap. Look out here. Payne picks it up and takes off, but he's only going to get back to the 44 as Jolly brings him down. So right now, everything unraveling for the Eagles.
They're in a little bit different position than they've been in the previous weeks. You know, they've either had the lead.
Yeah,
you know, they haven't been down by 17 before, so we're seeing them push a little bit.
Helm just did not get that snap up. And I know Payne, you know, you got to try to make a play there. You can't just fall on it. You know, you're already in trouble down 17. He tried. But credit Penn-Trafford. Sometimes those broken plays can turn out in a bad way. But the Warriors stuck with it. And now it's 13 yards to go. A lot of time. Steps into it. Pass caught. He might have got ahead of the lead stick. Yeah, he did. Schlaffer. Warriors right there to meet him, but what a throw by Payne. He gunned that in there.
Such a nice job. He did the play fake, came on the boot action, had the pull coming, and Schlaffer came from the backside receiver, had the drag coming on the backside, and picked up enough for the first down. That's 3 times this drive that Schlaffer has picked up the first down to keep it moving.
And Penn-Trafford dropped 8 that time in coverage as well. Timeout on the field, 45 seconds left. We're back after this on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
When you're in pain or suffering from an injury, all you want is to get back on your feet, back to living your life. At East Suburban Sports Medicine Center, that's what we've done for 35 years. Our staff is skilled, experienced, and compassionate. Our facilities are modern and welcoming, and our focus is on you. So if you want to feel better, play better, and live better, call us today or visit one of our 6 offices.
East Suburban Sports Medicine. Take it from me, Bill Hillgrove. It's the best care, hands down.
Another big 3rd down pickup for the Exeter Eagles, and that to Schlaffer again. They need points. They have 45 seconds left here. 1 timeout remaining. And they have the football at the Penn-Trafford 44-yard line. All kind of motion this time, and Payne under pressure throws, and Schlaffer again, but only 1 timeout left. I think he might be short of the first down as well. Let's see what they say here. They're going to stop the clock or keep it rolling? No, it's 2nd down, so they got to come up and make a decision.
Looks like you're going to go with a spike here.
Got to be careful here, though. What's the fake? And he does spike it. So Penn-Trafford keeping everything in front of them there. That wasn't a bad play. You know, just don't allow the big play, the home run ball, if you will. But 26 seconds now, 1 timeout left for Exeter, and it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Right now they're putting their eggs all on Schlaffer. They're moving him to each side of the field. He's finding that hook curl zone and sitting in it and making nice catches. And Colin Payne making nice throws.
Payne in the pocket, lot of time, throws, it's picked off by Dunlap. Dunlap down the sideline. And Seth Dunlap all the way to the 21. That is such a difficult throw to make all the way across the field, and Dunlap was right there to pick it off.
Yeah, he had the flat route out there. He was all by himself, but just a tough throw to throw it from your side of the field all the way to the flat on the far side. It's just a very tough throw. We see it here on the replay. He had Carson Schmidt out there. You see he's on his hash trying to make a
left hash thrown all the way across.
To the bottom of the numbers. Just a very tough throw, and Dunlap able to step in front and make the play.
12 seconds left. You got a kicker like Schlesinger, and he's certainly capable from this range. Let's see what Penn-Trafford decides to do. They do have all 3 of their timeouts left, but remember, just 12 seconds on the clock.
It looks like they're going to try something here.
Heilman repositions, and they're going to throw to Heilman, and a little hook and sugar again, and it's fumbled out of bounds by Iacomelli. Never actually had it, but it is going to be a completion, though.
Yeah.
And that's important because that's about a 4 or 5 yard completion. And Schlesinger, let's see what they do here with 5 seconds left. He's going to come out. Good idea.
Completion, and the fumble actually went forward, so he gained another 2 yards.
So let's see where they spot the football. 16-yard line?
Looking,
spot of the hold will be the 34-yard attempt for Nate Schlesinger. And it is good. Mr. Automatic puts 3 more on the board, and Penn-Trafford at the half with a 20-point lead. They lead it 27-7. We thank Alex Hetrick because Penn-Trafford was just in the State Farm Insurance red zone. See State Farm Insurance agent Alex Hetrick in Murraysville for your home and auto insurance today. Our Excella Health halftime report is coming up. Penn-Trafford will recap the first half. Early on, down 7-3. They lead at the half by the score of 27-7. And we're back with the halftime after this on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
We know speaking with your teen or your young adult about drugs and alcohol can be challenging, but is necessary. Remember to have a conversation, not a confrontation. Establish good communications, break through barriers, and be firm but loving. Here are some helpful tips. Choose a good place and time to chat. Talk with openness. Actively listen. Offer empathy and support. For more information, visit us online at wedacinc.org. Westmoreland Drug and Alcohol Commission. Prevention is key.
Your next golf adventure awaits at Manor Valley Golf Course in Export. Manor Valley offers 18 scenic holes over gentle sloping fairways and the purest putting surfaces around. Manor Valley Golf Course in Export is the perfect place to host your next golf outing, banquet party, or shower. Manor Valley also offers league play and great membership rates. Tee times available. Call 724-744-4242. Visit ManorValleyGC.com.
You're always on the winning team with Bowser Chevrolet of Monroeville and Bowser Chevrolet Chippewa. Visit BowserChevrolet.com 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get the power of Bowser in your hands. With the new Chevy vehicles arriving weekly, reserve yours now at Bowser Chevrolet. See the full lineup of Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs at BowserChevrolet.com. Bowser Chevrolet, where the power of Bowser is yours.
Every morning brings a new opportunity, a new chance to be great. But it's up to you to decide who you want to be. You can wake up and chase your dreams, or stay where you are and remain the same. The great ones keep pushing. The great ones do more. So, are you going to be great?
Our next selection is the Rolling Stones, Paint It Black. and Sam Hazo's Ride. Our school fight song composed by Ed Shiner in 1972. The Penn-Trafford High School Band would like to wish the staff and students of Exeter Township High School Marching Band and their director, Ms. Lorraine Selke, continued excellence and safe travel throughout the remainder of their school year. Thank you.
All right, folks, let's pull out your 50/50s red ticket, $250.
Once again, we welcome you to the Exeter Health Halftime Report. Here on the Westmoreland Sports Network, the Penn-Trafford Warriors 27-7 lead at the half, and what a tremendous job, as usual, by the Penn-Trafford High School Marching Band. Exeter Health, visit excellerhealth.org, expert care here. Let's talk about this first half, Sean Benjamin. I mean, you know, Penn-Trafford gets an outstanding kickoff return to start the game, and then they kick a field goal to take a 3-0 lead, but here comes Exeter.
Yeah, Exeter rebounded nice. The first possession just fell short, on the deep ball, but this time they were able to connect with Schaffler for a big play over the top.
So the Eagles took the lead, then Penn-Trafford marches it down. The field comes right back, and they will score the touchdown to make it a 10-7 game, as you see on the replay. Carter Green with a nice play fake, and into the hands of Conlon Green.
All first half, the Warriors did a real nice job at getting them to over-pursue.
Here comes the interception by Liam Heilman. Just baited him there, and just a great job. And, of course, when you look at something like that, you look at Liam Heilman. He's a senior. He's been around. He knew what was coming there.
Yeah.
And he didn't jump it too early. Yeah. He knew he could jump on it there as it was in the air, and he did. And that led points off turnovers to Iacomelli, and another touchdown for Cade. 21 touchdowns on the season, and now coming up, make it 22. The Warriors would score again. Watch this run and the blocking as Cade Iacomelli takes it all the way for the Penn-Trafford score.
This beautiful seal there by Ochendowski on Strauss. He was able to find that crack.
And Green, Conlon Green with a nice block as well. This offensive line, and that's who Cade gives credit to, but I give credit to him for breaking away, and he can do that. And you see it there as he gets in for the touchdown. And then Exeter trying to score late in the first half. This would have been a huge score for them. Instead, it goes the other way as Payne throws out in the flat, and it's picked. And Seth Dunlap with a nice return, a run back that was huge because it allowed Penn-Trafford to get the field goal. And Schlesinger has just been, again, I mentioned this a couple times already tonight. I'll say it again. He's tremendous. What a leg. The touchbacks tonight. Yep. Special teams, you see a score like that, you don't know how much special teams played a part in it. Think about Otto's kickoff return to lead to the first field goal by Schlesinger. Think of the end of the game and all the extra points and the touchbacks. Those are huge because of field position.
Yep.
And we've seen it tonight. 27-7 in favor of the Penn-Trafford Warriors. We'll step out, be back on the Westmoreland Sports Network right after these messages.
This is how far we'll go to treat heart, lung, and vascular disease. 15 millimeters. At Exeter Health, we believe less can be more. That's why we use minimally invasive surgery in the treatment of coronary artery disease, heart valve repair and replacement, lung cancer, and conditions of the peripheral arteries. For our patients, that means less blood loss, less post-operative pain, and a faster recovery. It means that a disease process that took decades to develop can, in a few hours, be reversed. And for us, it means providing the most advanced and sophisticated care for patients in our region. The Heart, Lung, and Vascular Institute at Exeter Health. Expert care here.
Don't let this winter season take its toll on you. Let Level Green Plumbing and Heating help. Whether you're in need of a new heating system or just repair services or preventative maintenance, Level Green Plumbing and Heating skilled technicians can handle any job. Serving the Penn Township and surrounding area for over 30 years. It's Level Green Plumbing and Heating, Route 130 in Level Green. To find out how they can help you this winter, call 412-372-5544 or lgph.com. Go Warriors!
Since 1981, the Larry N. George Agency has been insuring Trafford and all of Pennsylvania. They specialize in personal insurance for autos, home and recreational vehicles, plus commercial insurance and life insurance. The Larry N. George Agency will listen to your needs and look at both your short-term and long-term objectives. They now offer notary services and title work as well. Stop by their office at 320 Cabot Avenue in Trafford or call 412-373-2276, online at thegeorgeagency.com, like them on Facebook.
Your next golf adventure awaits at Manor Valley Golf Course in Export. Manor Valley offers 18 scenic holes over gentle sloping fairways and the purest putting surfaces around. Manor Valley Golf Course in Export is the perfect place to host your next golf outing, banquet party, or shower. Manor Valley also offers league play and great membership rates. Tee times available. Call 724-744-4242. Visit ManorValleyGC.com.
You can follow Penn-Trafford Athletics on Twitter at PT Warriors for the latest Warrior game results, pictures, news items, and more. That's at PT Warriors.
Hi, I'm Kerry Hetrick, Athletic Director of the Penn-Trafford Warriors, and I would like to wish all of our Warrior sports teams, clubs, organizations, everybody in the school the best of luck. Go Warriors.
Welcome back to the Exeter Health Halftime Show on the Westmoreland Sports Network. We want to thank all of our wonderful sponsors of high school football and more specifically Penn-Trafford football. We had so many people, obviously businesses advertising throughout the season, sponsoring Penn-Trafford football, but even more here in the playoffs. So thank you so much. We would not be able to do what we do without you, and we certainly want to give a shout out to everyone that is watching on the NFHS network tonight. For those that are wondering why things are a little bit different, we sent out a video earlier on our social media kind of explaining why that is. The NFHS network has an exclusive rights deal with the PIAA. So the only way we could stream tonight is if we stream through the NFHS network, and that's why we had to do it this way, and that's why there was a fee to watch the game. So certainly had nothing to do with us. We're not making any money off the fees or anything. So we just want to let you know that's kind of why we are streaming through the NFHS network. So for the first portion of the third quarter, I'm really excited about this. We're going to have a couple of Penn-Trafford sophomores from Penn-Trafford.
So what a great
we're going to go down to John
you get
Flickinger.
Down early, but you keep on fighting. You get turnovers. You need turnovers in this game, and you're up 20 points.
Yeah, kids are playing hard, but it's far from over. I mean, this is a more important 24 minutes in the second half at Heinz Field last week, so we can't let our foot off the gas. We've got to come out and play strong defense right here.
Some other guys have stepped up tonight. It's not just the Caden Carter show. I mean, they've certainly done their part, but other guys have as well.
Yeah, a lot of guys are stepping up. We got to finish the deal, though.
Thanks, Coach. Coach John Ruane, Penn-Trafford will be kicking off to start the second half. We'll go back upstairs.
All right, and I'm going to turn it over to Connor Alexander and Paul Mills. They're going to have the call. A couple of Penn-Trafford sophomores from PTTV here in the third quarter. Guys?
Thank you. We are coming back to the third quarter. We have another important mention to make. We have Emotip Charter against Strathaven, the other 5A PIAA football game going on tonight. Emotip Charter is leading 20-0, and they are in their halftime right now. We have Schlesinger on the 40-yard line about to get ready for the kickoff.
Yeah, the winner of that game will actually play the winner of this semifinal game in the championship for the states, and Schlesinger gets ready to kick off right here. Schlesinger backs up. He gets ready for the kick. And we are underway here in the third quarter as the kick is going to be returned. And he's breaking through tackles, and he is brought down at around the 27-yard line by, looks like,
caught by number 13, Jacob Wolf.
And it'll be Exeter's ball at around the 27-yard line. And we'll see if they can get something going here, as they have been shut out since that first touchdown by Joey Schlaffer.
Penn-Trafford defense getting ready.
Colin Payne takes a snap. He hands it off to Eric Nangle.
And Eric Nangle is taken down 39-yard line.
Looks like he got a gain of about 5 yards right there. And that's about the most that they've got through this whole game so far. As the run game has really been stopped by the Penn-Trafford Warriors. The run defense has been very good so far through this game. The snap's taken, handed off to Nangle again. And he does not get much out of that play as the Warriors stop him there.
Very small yard improvement around the 40, 41-yard line.
And Nangle slow to get up. So that right knee seems to be fine, but he's a little slow getting up there. As we have 2nd and 6. As Exeter Township is in their huddle, and they break. 3rd and 2, excuse me. And Exeter has been very good on 3rd down so far as they hand the ball off. Oh, and there's a
flag down on the play.
Whistle's blown by the referee.
Ref discussion, they're pointing towards the Penn-Trafford team.
Referees are discussing the play.
I'm good. I'm Dan. Nice to meet you through the headset.
And
The crowd tonight has been very vocal. We've been cheering from both sides of the team. They are making sure to express their cheer for the team.
Both sides of the crowd had to come very far for this game. About a
2-hour drive for Penn-Trafford and 2-hour, 30-minute drive for Exeter.
As Exeter fans are cheering, it looks like the flag was on Penn-Trafford.
Exeter is going to be advancing to the
automatic first down there for the Exeter Township
48-yard line.
As the chains are moving, and we'll see if Exeter can get something going here. As they are on Penn-Trafford's 48-yard line. Penn-Trafford's defense has been stellar through the first half, and we'll see if they keep that up or if Exeter can get the run game going. Pass game has been pretty decent so far. Joey Schlaffer caught a touchdown. He's got a couple first downs through the first half.
While we wait for the game to resume, I found this very awesome quote this morning from PIAA Sports. They tweeted that for high school students, nothing may be more important than belonging. To belong is to have a place, to be included, to be accepted. That's what a team provides, and we have seen that on both sides tonight. The effort that both teams have been making to constantly keep going.
And Exeter is moving back now after moving just up after the flag, as there seems to be some confusion.
Very much confusion.
And we'll see. It's 1st and 10 as of right now. Moving the chains back. Looks like they're going to be on the 42, 43-yard line.
Exeter crowd is not happy that they were moved back, but I am assure you that Penn-Trafford is cheering on that opposite side of the field. Clock is running.
10:39 left here in the third. Colin Payne takes a snap. He's looking for a receiver.
Sends it to number 18, Strace.
Strauss with a pickup right there. It's a first down.
30-yard line. No, 45-yard line.
It'll be on the Warriors' 44-yard line.
You can see Payne, number 3 from Penn-Trafford. Seth Dunlap was on him, and they got right around, squeezed through that tiny hole.
We'll see what Exeter's going to do here as he takes the ball, hand off to Nangle. He dances through.
And he gets pulled back.
Gets a gain of about 2 or 3 yards there.
Looks like that was defense number 10, Josh Huffman.
They're at the 42-yard line. Warriors 42-yard line here. And they'll try and get something going here on 2nd and 8. Joey Schlaffer standing at 6'6". He is a big boy as he goes out wide. Colin Payne takes a snap. He's dropped back in the pocket. He's looked for number 18, Strauss. He's got to pick up. He's about at the 30-yard line, and that's a first down for Exeter. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. The chains are moving, and Exeter's got something going here.
At the 31-yard line.
This Warrior defense. Snap's taken from Payne. He hands it off to Nangle. He runs up the middle. Oh, and he's tackled off, and a helmet falls off there on the play. There was number 51, Joe Enoch's helmet there that fell off, and he's running off to the sideline. As number 55, Lorenzo Montalto, I believe, is coming on. Second and 10 here. 2nd and 5. Takes the snap. Nangle again.
Taken down the 24-yard line.
We see the replay here. Colin Payne hands it off to
Snap
Nangle.
to number 12, yep.
Lorenzo Montalto, number 55, and Jack Jolly with an assist right there. Really bring him down. It was a nice tackle there by 55, Lorenzo Montalto. They don't get any yardage on that play. On the 25-yard line. 3rd and 4. We get 1 yard.
Flag down on play.
Let's see what this flag's all about. Declan Oshindowski. Flags on him. Offsides, it looks like.
Move to the 20-yard line. First down. 8 minutes, 16 seconds left in the quarter.
Another handoff to Nangle here. He runs up the middle, and he's keep going. He's muscling his way through.
He's able to squeeze his way through the Warrior defense.
He may have gotten the first down there. We'll see where the refs mark the ball at. Looks like they're a little short. Exeter in the red zone now. Colin Payne takes a snap, play action, and Colin Payne's gonna take it. Oh! And he missed the tackle. Oh, and they get the tackle. That was a great play by the Warriors defensive line.
Tackling by number 51, Joe Enoch.
Joe Enoch. He's been great on the defensive line so far. As you can see right there,
he's getting tackled from all angles. He's getting swarmed by the Warrior defense.
Conlon Green had him right there, but Colin Payne makes a good move to break that tackle. But then Joe Enoch's right there to take him down. So again, Colin Payne drops back.
Sees, passes it.
Oh, and he's brought down by Conlon Green. What a play. Looks like he tried to dump that off to Nangle, but it just didn't work. Conlon Green was right there to take him down. That was a big stop by the Warriors.
Since the beginning of the third quarter, we've seen Nangle and Payne playing phenomenally, moving their offensive line further and further to the end zone.
Yeah, and Nangle's been getting a lot more touches than he has in previous drives, and it's been working so far for them. We'll see what they do here on 4th and 7. Excuse me. Colin Payne takes a snap. He drops back. He's looking for receiver.
Passes it.
Oh!
It is incomplete.
Passes to the outside to number 5. They just can't seem
Carson
to make
Schmidt
that play.
was not able to reach long enough to get that.
He was on a comeback route. As you can see here on the replay, Conlon Payne makes the throw.
Passes it, and it is just out of his grasp. He tips it, and it leaves the side.
Coverage by Liam Heilman. He's had a pretty good game so far. He had that big interception.
Penn-Trafford huddle getting all their stuff in line. They are ready to push against this Exeter defense.
That was a big stop for Penn-Trafford there. Now let's see what Carter Green can do as he's alone in the backfield. Cade Yakimelli in motion. Play action, Cade Yakimelli. Oh, Carter Green.
Carter Green taken down, maybe a 2-yard advance.
Carter Green kept the ball there, and he tried to get something out of it. That's something that we've seen Penn-Trafford do all year long, and it's been working for them. So let's see if they continue to do that and if it'll work or not.
6 minutes left in the quarter. Let's see how Warrior offense can play this one out.
Second down. Looks like they lost some yardage on that play. So now we have Carter Green and Cade Yakimelli, Wisconsin commit. Let's see, Conlon Green in motion here. Snaps
it to Carter.
And a flag on the play.
Down on the play.
He handed it off to Cade Yakimelli, but the referee just threw a flag.
You mentioned Cade Yakimelli, the Wisconsin commit. We also have Carter Green, the Seton Hill commit for lacrosse. The two-sport athlete is phenomenal in both sports, very athletic. He can easily run his way through defenders in either sport.
And the Warriors are moving back here, and it's going to be second and long for them. See if they can somehow get out of this one. Second and very long here. Carter Green and Cade Yakimelli in the backfield. Ball snapped. Cade Yakimelli play action. He's rolling out the pocket. Makes a throw.
And it is incomplete.
And is almost picked off there. He was looking for number 23. Just couldn't seem to make the play there.
Jacob Haynes.
You can see on the replay, Carter Green rolling out of the pocket.
And he has two defenders right nearby, almost picked off by number 7, Kellen Boyer.
Carter Green, a wobbly spiral there, but luckily it was not picked off.
You can hear the crowd going wild. This is big for Exeter defense. If they get a turnover or if Penn-Trafford has to punt it, either way it is going to be great for this team.
We have Carter Green, no running back there in the backfield. Tommy Kalkstein out wide. He's now in motion.
3rd and 16.
Little shovel pass. Incomplete passes the call on the field right now. Looks like Carter Green tried to shovel that off, but it did not work. And it's an incomplete pass, and the punt team will come onto the field. Josh Huffman, the punter. Last week against Moon Township at Heinz Field, he had some decent punts there. Let's see if he can get a good one right here. Low snap, punts it.
Wide.
Pretty good pump. It's a big high bounce, and Liam Heilman
stops it on the 40-yard line.
No. You can just throw it to them. No, we could. Good job, guys. We have fun. Good job, guys. Thank you. Had a good time.
All right, John Flickinger, Sean Benjamin back with you. And we want to thank Connor and Paul for the outstanding job. Just sophomores. I mean, man, they got some future ahead of them.
Heck of a job. Nice job.
And thanks to PTTV for all of their hard work all season long and helping us with this broadcast tonight as Payne will load up here and he will let it fly, and it is intercepted. And it is Otto who picks it off on the far side of the field, and Penn-Trafford gets another turnover, and they get the football right back.
Yeah, beautiful job there. Again, they had him bracketed over the top. And the Warriors get a big pick.
Pump fake. See the pump right there? Did not bite on it. Otto stayed with him all the way, and he high points this football and makes the play. And again, Schlaffer really didn't have a chance because he had inside positioning on him. And Penn-Trafford, another big turnover.
Ever since that possession with the big touchdown to Schaffler, they've really done a nice job of getting over the top and bracketing him.
stacking the box big time right now. Exeter Township. And it's Iacomelli who forces his way. There's a late flag comes flying in. We'll see what that is, but just a couple of yards as Hollis, the 6'2", 205-pound junior, makes the tackle for Exeter.
Holding.
Yeah, Penn-Trafford here in the second half, they've come out slow offensively, and we saw that on the last drive, and now a couple of penalties against them, 2 offensively, 1 defensively, and I know Coach Ruane, talked about it. We can't let off the gas pedal, not in this game.
No, not at all. Not with the firepower on the other side. They can have a big quarter. Definitely got to keep the foot down.
And the clock continues to stop with these penalties. And, you want to keep it rolling. We are at the 4:28 mark here of the third quarter. Penn-Trafford still in command after the Warriors' interception. Otto, 3 picks tonight for Penn-Trafford. Outstanding defensively so far tonight. Green will look like a face mask in there, but he breaks a tackle, and Carter Green gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Man, it looked like he was going to go down maybe for a 2 or 3 yard gain, but again, he's just, look at the size of Carter Green. He's not a big guy. We talked about this all year. He's just so tough as nails.
Been playing football since he was little. This game means a lot to him. Look at just fighting through. Just
bouncing off.
Keeps his feet moving, just doing a nice job. He's been an efficient quarterback all year long.
So now it makes it a lot more manageable. 2nd down and 8. That was a 12-yard gain for Green. And more importantly, the clock continues to roll. Even though we only are in the third quarter, Penn-Trafford leads by 20. Iacomelli this time will get to the sideline, and he'll go down across the way.
Short the clock again.
Once again, Palange is one of the players on the far side of the field over there. Now he's talking to the official. And Kellen Boyer as well, the cornerback on that right side, helped out.
Lucas Palange, he's a junior, 6'1", 210, just all over the field.
So a 3rd and 6 coming up for Penn-Trafford. Clock continues to run. Protect the football. And it will be Green again, and he's going to be wrapped up. He does hang on to the ball, but it'll be a punting situation for the Warriors as the tackle in there made by Orzalak.
Palange did a nice job forcing him back in there. Didn't buy on the fake.
Matthew McConnell, also the sophomore, 5'11", 255. Helped out for Exeter, and Exeter will get the football back again, but again, time is ticking away against them here with us approaching 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
Coming up, this will be their 3rd possession.
You got to think here too. Huffman just barely got the last one off.
Yeah.
Fake, and the Warriors are going to run up the field, and it's going to be a 1st down and more. And running with the football is Seth Dunlap. Dunlap still on his feet. Dunlap all the way down inside the 5-yard line on the fake punt. Seth Dunlap, who's made big plays tonight, makes another one there. And chalk it up to the special teams again. Penn-Trafford trying to put this one really out of reach if they can score here.
Beautiful call there. Nobody expected that on their own side of the field. Just a quick snap. Good fake by Huffman. And he took it down inside the 5-yard line.
I was watching Huffman there, and what a job he did.
Yep, great sell.
And the direct snap. Dunlap, all kind of room.
Huge hole on that side.
And, when you're faking it in your own territory like that, you have to see something and be sure. And what a great job. Again, this Penn-Trafford coaching staff, they deserve a lot of credit all the way through, from top to bottom.
On a short week, playing on a Saturday night. Exeter played on Friday. We'll talk more after break.
Yep, we're going to step out, be back right after this.
Every morning brings a new opportunity, a new chance to be great. But it's up to you to decide who you want to be. You can wake up and chase your dreams, or stay where you are and remain the same. The great ones keep pushing. The great ones do more. So, are you going to be great?
The mission of State Farm insurance agent Jeff Brady in Harrison City is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Located at 2102 Route 130, State Farm insurance agent Jeff Brady offers auto, home, property, business, life, health, banking, and annuities. State Farm also offers auto loans. Call 724-744-2125 or jeffbradyagency.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Brody Hoffman, the injured player for Exeter, he does walk off under his own power. Penn-Trafford with a big opportunity here, and here's Iacomelli. He's got a block from Green, and he sneaks in to the end zone for the touchdown. He knocked the pylon over. I wasn't sure if it was Iacomelli or the defender across the way, but they're going to give him the touchdown, and Penn-Trafford's on the board again.
Defender came up, tried to keep him out. Iac just enough power to push through, extend the football for the big touchdown, and puts the Warriors up 33-7 late in the third.
Could that be the dagger here? The fake punt, turnovers all over the place. And the Warriors, and there's a fake right there. Schlesinger's going to keep it, and he's going to get in for the two-point conversion. They're pulling everything out of the hat. Schlesinger, he says, hey, I don't have to kick them all. I'll run one in, and he did. And it's 2 points for the Warriors.
Trying to get to that state title game for the first time in school history. Not hiding anything tonight.
And that touchdown, the Warriors in the State Farm Insurance Red Zone. See State Farm Insurance agent Alex Hetrick in Murraysville for your home and auto insurance today. Penn-Trafford 35 and Exeter Township 7.
Dr. Derek Grieco Dentistry in Murraysville has been devoted to restoring and enhancing the natural beauty of smiles for nearly 30 years. Dr. Grieco and his skilled team have a long record of expert care and a focus on whole body health. We're one of the few offices in the area that are certified to remove mercury amalgam fillings safely. New patients are always welcome, and we are happy to accommodate emergencies. Visit GriecoDentistry.com. Dr. Derek Grieco Dentistry in Murraysville. Healthy smiles naturally.
Sometimes the holidays call for Dunkin'. Introducing new Holiday Blend Coffee, a warming blend with notes of molasses and dried fruit to spark your spirit and give you that holiday hustle. Sip through the holidays with a medium Holiday Blend Coffee for $2. America runs on Dunkin'.
Jacob Wolf will take the kick from his own goal line, and he's taken down. He lost the football, but they're going to say he was down.
He was down.
As Kalkstein comes up with it.
He and Demary, nice job coming down on the kick coverage.
I'll say.
Flying downfield, makes that tackle.
Ben Cardiff as well, number 42 was down there as well. Let's watch this. Demary makes the play.
Oh, yeah.
To my son Hayden's delight over to my left.
That's his boy.
He's the tattoo guy. And it will be Exeter football. We're going to get to some PIAA playoff scores here in just a moment, but Penn-Trafford right now with 1:18 left has really seized control of this game. The pass is through the hands of the intended receiver, Schmidt. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Let's look at some scores. Central Valley leads Martinsburg Central out of District 6, 21-7. That's late. That's at half now. It's at half. Jersey Shore 10, Aliquippa 7 at the half. Sarah Catholic leads Farrell 20-12. That was a second quarter score. Now let's. Aliquippa now leads Jersey Shore 20-10. I'm sorry, 20-10. Aliquippa in the lead over Jersey Shore in the third quarter. We'll update you on some scores as we go, and the clock is having some issues on the scoreboard again. They're going to talk it out, but wow, Sean, I'll tell you what. You know, early in this game, Penn-Trafford getting that first field goal, and then Exeter kind of flexing their muscles on that offensive possession. But since then, this Penn-Trafford team has just been all over the place, and it's been more than just Cade and Carter, and that's what they're going to need. I mean, those guys show up and do their thing, but many of others on the offensive side of the ball have stepped up defensively as well.
Yeah, we talked about it the other night. They needed somebody to step up, and Dunlap, Otto, Howman, guys are stepping up and making plays. Of course, the entire offense and defensive line, like they always do. Linebackers flowing to the football.
Seth Dunlap, the big interception at the end of the first half, and then the fake punt. Run for a first down inside the 10, and capped off by another Yakimelli touchdown. 22 rushing touchdowns on the year. Here's Nagel, and Nagel is going to be hit and dropped for a yard. That's it.
Yeah, ever since that second possession when Exeter came out, got the 7-3 lead, Warriors have shut the door.
There's another guy that's had a tremendous night defensively, Conlon Green. Yep. He's been all over the place. Aliquippa now 27-10 over Jersey Shore. And I believe if Aliquippa wins this game, they now have to move up to 5A. I'm not kidding you. Here's the pass, and it is caught, and it is a first down for the Eagles. And it is Schlaffer.
Which could be a major thing because they have stated that they will not play 5A, so they will threaten to go independent, which would be terrible for the women.
It certainly would. If That's what they said, if they have to go up. And I think there was 2 more games to win. They won last week against Bell Vernon and then winning tonight. Not over yet. Schlaffer in motion. Payne fires across the middle. It's tipped around and it's intercepted. Yes, Penn-Trafford pickoff, and it's Yakimelli this time. Another turnover as that pinballed around, and Yakimelli ended up with the football.
What a beautiful play there. That came up. Strauss took the hit as he was going up for the ball. It jiggled around, and Yak makes the pick. And the Warriors are in business here with 13 seconds to go in the third.
Let's watch it again. Again, just a 3-man rush. All kind of defenders back there, tipped up and around. The ball actually probably should have been caught.
Oh man, that hit the ground. But we, as Warrior fans, we will take it.
I'm going to look at the replay again. Let's see it. Strauss tips it up into the air. It comes down, and yes, it did. Wow, and a long ball caught by Otto at the 5-yard line. Yes. So Penn-Trafford trying to literally put this one away. They get a break there on that interception that hit the ground there. But, hey, why not go long ball right off the bat?
They got a break last week also when Yakimelli fumbled early in the game. Little things like that happen. But what a catch by Otto to go up and take that ball off of Wolf.
And that will do it for the third quarter. Fans on their feet across the way. Warriors fired up. They lead it 35-7 here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Are you saving enough to maintain your current lifestyle throughout your retirement years? Is it time to increase your retirement plan contributions? Is your asset allocation consistent with your retirement planning goals? Will Hoffman at Hoffman Wealth Management can help you determine if it would be in your best interest to revisit your retirement planning goals. Call him today at 724-522-5411. Or simply stop by any local branch to arrange a free, no-obligation personal consultation. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advice offered through Private Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. Private Advisor Group and Hoffman Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Give your taste buds a taste of Italy by biting into a slice of pizza at Dom's Pizzeria in Trafford. Voted by the readers of the Tribune Review as the best pizza in Trafford, Dom offers 17 unique toppings for you to choose from. Also try Dom's specialty pizzas, all made with 100% olive oil. Dom's Pizzeria also has wings, hoagies, calzones, wraps, and pasta, all at affordable prices. Eat in or take out, and we deliver. Call 412-372-DOMS, Cabot Avenue in Trafford, and a proud sponsor of tonight's Warrior Player of the Game.
Fourth quarter of action here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. After the completion to Otto, Penn-Trafford has it in the Alex Hetrick red zone. And there's a flag down. This is coming back. Make that 2 flags as Yakimelli walks in. Thought he had another touchdown, but as we saw earlier on a short touchdown run, this is going to come back. Thanks to State Farm agent Alex Hetrick in Murraysville for your home and auto insurance
Such
today.
A very fast holding call. I mean, as soon as the ball was snapped, he was throwing that flag.
Yeah,
don't want to doubt the referees.
I know, but it's almost like we're going to well,
we got to try to slow them down a little bit.
Give Exeter credit because they need to stop here big time if they even want to have a chance.
No
in this
disrespect
game.
to Exeter. This is a phenomenal football team. Both teams traveling 2 hours, into the middle of the state to play this game. First time for both schools. Just exciting on all fronts.
The other semifinal game, Imhotep Charter and Strathaven. Imhotep leads 28-0 in that game. So if Penn-Trafford wins this game, or Exeter, whoever, it will be Imhotep looks like will be the opponent, as Green's pass is incomplete. And again, it's Palange who was over there defensively and just kind of from his defensive end spot got out into the flat and still knocked that away.
Yeah, just a phenomenal player. He does. We talked about it earlier. Career stats: 153 tackles, 31.5 tackles for loss. He has 10.5 sacks, 17 hurries. He has multiple pass deflections just like that. I mean, he gets in every play. Just a dynamic player. 6'1", 210 junior.
Goal to go from the 15 for the Warriors. Carter back, quick throw, caught Yacamelli, up the field into the end zone, touchdown! 15 yards on the quick strike, Green to Yacamelli, added up another touchdown, and the fight song plays.
Wide receiver screen, Yacamelli spread out that time, came down the line, beautiful blocking downfield. That is something the Warriors work on routinely, is the screen package. In that time, just a very nice job. Everybody downfield. He walked into the end zone, and the Warriors about to.
And the key to that play, no ineligible downfield because it was behind the line of scrimmage. Schlesinger knocks it clock through. And I cannot believe this, but yes, we do. 11:43 left, fourth quarter. It's now a 35-point Warrior lead. We're back after this.
It's not just a home or a car. It's the 6 months you saved for your Ultra HD flat screen, just in time for football season. And the overtime you worked for that third car, so your teen can drive himself to practice. While other insurance companies just see them as a bundle or combo, State Farm agent Alex Hetrick sees your home and car as things you work really hard for. Alex understands what your things really mean to you. Talk to State Farm agent Alex Hetrick in Murraysville for your home and auto insurance today.
Hi, this is Penn Township Commissioner Chuck Colkus. I've been proud to serve the residents of Penn Township for over 5 years. There's nothing I enjoy more than sitting in a sea of green and gold on Friday nights at Warrior Stadium and cheering on our Warriors with you. Good luck to the Penn-Trafford players, cheerleaders, and band. Here's to another great season. Paid for by friends of Chuck Colkus.
The John V. Graziano Funeral Home on North 2nd Street in Jeanette proudly serves families in the Jeanette community. The Graziano Funeral Home focuses on traditional and non-traditional services, including funerals, cremation, memorial services, military services, grief support, and pre-planning. Please call us at 724-523-5433. The John V. Graziano Funeral Home in Jeanette, creating a meaningful service to honor the life and memory of your loved one.
Nate Schlesinger's kickoff into the end zone, another touchback as we're back to live action, and the scoreboard is out again. But Penn-Trafford may be lighting it up a little bit too much tonight. Certainly, the way it looks right now, Exeter trying to make something out of it here as the pass drilled in there by Payne. And there's a flag down in the backfield. And that was Yoakum with his first catch of the night. And, we talked about, Colin Payne and what he brings to this team. And, man, the kid has a rifle for an arm.
Really does, and he's had big pressure tonight. The front three, like we said, the Warriors have been dropping 8 a lot tonight. Occasionally they brought some blitzes, but they're really getting to him. The offensive line having a tough time.
Since it's the fourth quarter now, we'll talk about this. You and I had a little text conversation the other night. We talked about it. We both said the same thing. I just looked at the tape and some of the games these teams played. They have not faced an offensive or defensive line like Penn-Trafford's all year, and it's shown tonight big time.
Yeah, the offensive line, defensive line for the Warriors is just so strong.
Payne's going to tuck this one down, and he will get positive yardage. The clock continues to move. Gets some of that penalty yardage back as Jack Jolly was there. Payne gets up slowly, but he'll be okay.
It's a huge cliche, but the games are won up front. And, it is proof, especially in high school football.
And at this juncture of the season, absolutely. Jack Jolly came into tonight, 66 tackles. He's making several tonight again, and he continues to add to that collection to the donation for the Penn Township Police Department and the bulletproof vests, which is an awesome thing, to say the least. As Payne will await the snap. And the pass is high, and could be, oh my. Otto was around the ball again, and Green and company, and that was just, that pass got away.
Yeah, Schlaffer, he didn't get his hands on that. That might have been going the other way. This is the toughest game that Colin Payne has had in the playoffs. Like we talked a little bit earlier, he came off a game last week, 13-21, 158 yards, 3 touchdowns. In the semifinal game against Cedar Cliff, which they won 42-35, he was 11-16, 268 yards and a touchdown. Also carried the ball 2 times for 27. Real good quarterback. These players on that side are no joke.
Yep, they've had a great season, but there's a fumble. It's on the ground, and Penn-Trafford has it. Another turnover, and it will be Conlon Green this time, and another player with a big play, and the sack strip fumble, and Green with the recovery. Let's watch it on the replay.
Yeah, very, very nice. Again, the Warriors brought 3.
Watch Ochendowski coming, has to kind of sneak up there, and Declan, another forced fumble to add to his collection.
Just
the all-conference player.
Yeah, first team all-conference, Declan Ochendowski defensively, along with Jacob Otto, Conlon Green, Jack Jolly, and Danny Terabella.
DeMary's in the backfield. Good idea by Coach Ruane. Get Yakimelli out of there. You don't need him anymore tonight. And here's Ian DeMary with a run. And Ian DeMary, touchdown! Warriors. 1 play. And the senior DeMary, that has to be special for him and his teammates. He scores. Penn-Trafford adds another.
Yeah, the Warriors have opened it up here. Second half adjustments. It's happened each game in the playoffs. The Warriors make key adjustments in the second half. And it shows every week.
Coach Ruane, we missed it there. You saw DeMary run over there, but Coach Ruane, I don't know if he gave him a headbutt or a huge hug, but it was coming. One of the two. The kid works hard. He had the injury. And look at that. Look at the blocking as well. Yeah. He wasn't touched. He made a nice little move in the hole and goes in for the touchdown.
Yeah, only came in with 170 yards and 1 touchdown. That's the 2nd touchdown of the year. But he's definitely an important player that's just been riddled with injuries.
Kick is good, by the way. Schlesinger, go figure, 49-7. Back after these messages.
Hi, this is Richard Bazzi for the Ford King Schultz Ford. No matter which Schultz Ford location you are, right now I'm at Schultz Ford in Wexford, or here at Schultz Ford South in West Mifflin, or even here at Schultz Ford in Harmerville. You have a 2,000 new vehicle selection, a $500 best price guarantee, and only one dealership, 2,000 cars, and the only one that can say to you, yeah!
If you had to file an insurance claim, would your insurance coverage score a touchdown, or would you be sacked for a financial loss? At Stevenson Insurance Associates, you'll call the right play when it comes to your insurance coverage. Don't fumble the opportunity to score points with our customer service and superior low-cost policies. You need to make the right call to Stevenson Insurance Associates at 724-832-9889.
Well, even when Nate Schlesinger does not kick it on a fly to the end zone, he kicks it through the legs of a return man, and that was Wolf over there. It goes right between his legs and through the end zone for another touchback.
Yeah.
When it's going well, it's going well. Let's look. Speaking of going well, the WPIAL, the District 7, there's Coach Ruane giving the hug to Ian DeMary, well-deserved. Gets a touchdown in the state semifinal. But the WPIAL District 7 doing extremely well. in the playoffs right now. And we'll get back to that here in a second. In the semis, I should say. Not much there. And that was not Nagel. Nagel is out right now. I know he got banged up there earlier. That was 26 Woody. So Aliquippa leads Jersey Shore 27-10. Still late third quarter. Sarah Catholic leads Farrell 20-12 at last report. Red Bank Valley and Bishop Canevin tied at 14. And Central Valley leads Central Martinsburg, or I should say Martinsburg Central, 28-13 in the third quarter. Thanks to Shirley Flickinger for all her hard work getting these scores. That pass is caught by Schlaffer, and that will move the chains for a first down for Exeter, and you know they're not going to quit.
No, this is too good of a team. You know, they win that section or District 3 title last week. You know, they come in and slap around. We need one heck of a player. That time on the sprint out, Payne found him in the flat, little deep out.
Knocking off the #1 team in the state in Governor Mifflin at the time. Pass out of the backfield, caught by Woody, and Woody will get to the 42 where he's tackled there.
Warrior defense really showed a lot tonight. We knew that they were a very good run defense. They've done it all year. They've stuffed every team as far as the run game goes.
Garrett Mattis, that time, 22. Some other guys in the game right now making an impact, and Mattis made that tackle.
The pass defense tonight has been very good for the Warriors. One slip up early in the game, but other than that, superb.
Number 2, Michael Frawley in there as well, and here's the pass to Woody again out of the backfield, and there's Mattis again. He missed the tackle, but his teammates come and clean it up. And that was Jim Birdsong and company, the 5'9 junior. We'll try to get these names as much as possible. Of course, you can see it on your screen for both of these teams. We don't know how much time is left because the scoreboard is out again, and we know it's a running clock here, and Penn-Trafford leads 49-7. I want to thank our producer, Dan Flickinger, tonight. Always a wonderful job, and how he pulls these games off, I don't have any idea. Yoakum carries off the left side for a first down.
Yoakum, another special player.
Yep.
For them going Merrimack, NEC Conference FCS player. He had 677 yards rushing in his career, 28 touchdowns, 508 yards receiving and a touchdown. You look at his defensive stats, 210 tackles, 27.5. He's a dynamic player. Yep. He's sorely missed.
Big boy, and he can block too. And there he is right there, lining up at a tight end spot.
Had 2 older brothers. One played at Shippensburg, one played at Delaware. Just a football family.
Here's a pass down the middle, and it is going to be caught inside the Penn-Trafford 10-yard line, and it is going to be Schmidt pulling that in, got behind the defense, and Exeter is in business here inside the PT-10.
Carson Schmidt, good receiver. Not very much of a focus because you have Slapper on the other side, but a good receiver that you need to pay attention to.
And I know the folks watching tonight, we'll get back to that here after this play. And it is Yoakum, and Yoakum is going to continue to push, but then the Warriors push back. He got to about the 5 for a pickup of maybe 2, but obviously the NFHS and the PIAA have a contract, and we appreciate NFHS for allowing us to use our stream for the game tonight, and we hope you enjoyed it. We know you have to pay for it, but that's just the way it is. The archive will be available, though, just like normal, on the Westmoreland Sports Network to watch this game back as many times as you want. I know the Warriors will be watching it back as Yoakum down to the 1, and he gets upended there. So I'm thinking, no, that was 2. That was Garriston, number 2, I believe, ran that one. Not 9. Yoakum is back in there now, though.
Looks like Nangle back.
No, that's Woody. No, it's Nangle. It is Nangle. Yep, he's back there. And it's going to be Yoakum for the touchdown.
That'll be his 30th touchdown in his career, storied career.
Senior Tyler Yoakum, 6 foot, 220 pounds, gets on the board for the Eagles. A little hug from his quarterback, Colin Payne. Two outstanding players.
Yeah, these guys have been, just like any team, played up through the ranks, through the years together. And, someone needs to win.
Yep, and Mike Moser knocks down the extra point. 49-14, Penn-Trafford have no idea how much time's left in the fourth quarter, but we know there's not too much. We'll be back right after these messages on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Shula General Contractors is a family-owned and operated construction company with over 100 years of experience. Whether it's new construction, in addition, renovations, consulting services, or real estate acquisitions, you can rely on Shula General Contractors to provide you with what is needed to achieve your goals. We can take your existing home and make it look new, or build your dream home from footer to shingles. Call 724-744-4290 or visit ShulaContractors.com to view some of our work. Shula General Contractors, serving Westmoreland County for over 100 years.
Every morning brings a new opportunity, a new chance to be great. But it's up to you to decide who you want to be. You can wake up and chase your dreams, or stay where you are and remain the same. The great ones keep pushing. The great ones do more. So, are you going to be great?
We're being told there's a little over 3 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Again, the scoreboard malfunctioned again early in this quarter. It is a running clock. Exeter scores there on the Yoakum touchdown run. And you think we'll see an onside kick here?
It might, yeah.
I mean,
might as well.
Yeah, I guess.
Don't leave anything behind.
I mean, it sounds like you would. I mean, obviously when you're down this much, but when you're down this much with 3 minutes to go, it's really impossible, But they're going to line up for it. Maybe not. Penn-Trafford is thinking so, obviously, with their hands team out there. Moser will tee it up. And he actually kicks it on the ground. It wasn't much of an onside kick. And it's picked up there by Carmen Metcalf, number 26. Carmen gets his name in the score sheet with a return there, and Penn-Trafford has it back, and they can basically just sit on this one and put it in the books, and the Penn-Trafford Warriors are going to punch their ticket to the Hershey Highway for next week's championship game. What a outstanding performance for the Warriors.
They really have come out and started from the opening kick. One possession all night long. Hurt them. Other than that, they've been on top.
Ball was carried that time by Garrett Mattis.
Ball carries number 22, Garrett Bates.
Quarterback is Johnny Lovery.
So looking to next week, state championship, looking like against Emotep Charter.
Yep.
Team out of Philadelphia. That'll be a very stern test for the Warriors. If there's another team that is comparable to Governor Mifflin, it would be Emotep.
Johnny in the gun with Mattis back there with him. And it's Mattis again, carrying. As the quarterback, as I mentioned, Johnny Louver, just a freshman, 5'10", 170 pounds. And how about some of these young guys with a chance to play in this type of game?
Yeah, this is huge for them, definitely making their night. Probably never even thought that they would have a chance to play in this game with how good the team was on the other side. The Warriors have come out and slammed the door and getting some of their backups some good work.
I'm going to get my running shoes on here when this game's over and try to head down and get Coach Ruane. And, of course, my son Hayden wants to come with me, so you better run, buddy. And the handoff for a Penn-Trafford first down, and that should just about do it.
Ball carries number 22, Garrett Bates.
Mattis.
Tackle by number 9, Ty Yoakum, and number 2, Will Erickson. First down.
Lose the chains. Football at the 46-yard line. And again, we don't have a time on the screen because we don't have a scoreboard working. PT in victory formation now. And there is the knee. Not sure if it'll be the final one, but it's got to be close. Listen to the fans across the way.
Big contingent followed the Warriors out here tonight. 2 hours out in the State College area.
I'll say.
Well worth the trip.
A gorgeous night for high school football, really, for early December. Looks like they will have to snap it one more time. See John Ruane across the way. It's to be so proud of this team. They did it. They did it, and that's going to do it. The Penn-Trafford Warriors are headed to Hershey as they win it tonight, 49-14. We'll hear from the coach, and maybe we'll get a player interview as well. We'll see when I get down there. You've watched it here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. The Warriors are headed to the state championship game.
Good luck to the Warriors next week in Hershey, PA.
We are on the post-game show right now. John flicking your hands over the baton. A familiar sounding voice, I think, right, Sean?
Yeah.
We kind of sound alike. Dan flicking here with you now. So John is on the field, and he is waiting for Coach Ruane to wrap up talking to the guys and get set to talk with him about this fantastic football game in Penn-Trafford's favor. 49-14, the final score. And Sean, Coach Ruane said on the pregame that he didn't expect a hangover, and it certainly showed. Exeter Township, they got on the board first in terms of touchdowns. PT was up 3-0. Exeter went up 7-3, but at that point, the Warriors really took over. They were able to cause turnovers, which I think was huge, and keep Exeter behind the sticks and not allow those big plays to kill them. And, a lot of things kind of went into this game, but I think it was certainly true that you win a Whitfield championship, your first ever. Are you going to have that hangover or not? He said practice was great, and obviously it turned out to be the case.
Yeah, they came out from the start. Big return by Otto to start the game. Scored a touchdown, got called back because of a holding call. It was kind of a phantom call, but they were able to get the field goal. Struggled a little bit defensively to start the game, but then they tightened up on defense, and then the offense got rolling, and it turned in to the performance that they gave tonight. Now they'll move on and play Emotep Charter that, like we said, a Philadelphia school that has been to the state championship numerous times. So it'll be a stern test for the Warriors next week.
Yeah, they certainly have been there and done that. Did you guys announce what the final score was with Emotep?
Last I believe it was 20-28. I believe 28-0 Emotep had.
Okay. Yeah, and I was actually talking with our colleague Sean Myers before the game, and he was talking about Emotep Charter and the fact that, offensively they aren't a juggernaut, but defensively they have been absolutely tremendous this year. They don't give up many points. Obviously, you pitch a shutout in the state semifinal. That is pretty incredible. So it's certainly going to be a huge challenge for Penn-Trafford next week. But to play in a state championship game, regardless of the result, is certainly something that the kids will never forget. And one of the things that Cade Iacomelli and Coach Ruane kept talking about was, we want to be together one more week. I mean, obviously, you want to get to a state championship. You want to win a state championship. But I think, it's all been about family this year. For these Penn-Trafford kids, they stick together. And really, you have to be able to be this way in order to win a state title and or at least win a Whitfield title and get to a state championship. And I think that's something that, the Warriors have done all season.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, They've been, a lot of these guys have been playing since they were 5 years old. They've worked their way up through. They've been with Coach Ruane all 4 years, and, he knows them through and through. He knows everything about them. So does the entire coaching staff. This coaching staff has been intact for almost the duration of Coach Ruane's stay. So it's just phenomenal you see everybody out on the field, out on the track, just the excitement from the community, the high school itself, the players, coaches, it's just phenomenal. And as a former Warrior myself, very, very happy to see. It's kind of surreal to especially last week winning that title that we were so close so many times, and now going to the state championship, just amazing, and so happy for the players, the coaches, and everybody involved with the team. I know how hard they work in what they do to prepare, and just couldn't be happier for them.
So congratulations to Penn-Trafford. John Ruane is right now meeting and celebrating with his family, and he is going to come over and talk with John Flickinger. And we heard from Coach at halftime, and of course he mentioned, hey, we still have a lot of time to go here. We want to make sure we finish this game the right way. And really, you look at the second half. I mean, Penn-Trafford really took control early in the second half. And I thought the big turning point of the game, really, Sean, was in that second half, Exeter actually put a nice drive together. And I felt like, and I believe it was it 28-7 at that point? I think
23-7.
24-7 maybe it was.
23-7. Yeah,
okay.
20. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, either way, a few scores. I thought the big turning point of the game. We're going to send it down here to John here in a moment. We'll get back to that in a moment, and we'll send it down to John Flickinger and John Ruane.
Are really proud of the kids. They, everyone talks about the hangover after Heinz Field. I'm going to tell you when we won this game. We won this game on Monday when the kids came in and practiced harder than they have all season long. And I credit them. Credit these kids that just want to play another week. That we keep talking about, let's play another week together. Let's not let this thing end. So we get to play that final week now.
I was going to ask you about that because you had mentioned to Dan Flickinger that, they came in on Monday and you said, are we all in or not? And you said the practice went the same as it has gone all season long.
It went better. I mean, they were more excited than anything to be a part of this and to make this trip and to show what they got to the other side of the state, and now we get to play for the big one, and we couldn't be more excited.
John, coming into this game, what did you think you could exploit with this Exeter team? It just seemed like your offensive line was a little too much for them.
I thought we had a definite size advantage. We also thought we could throw the ball, which we did probably better than we have in a few weeks. It's a great football team. Obviously, they have the stud receiver going to Penn State, and he was every bit as advertised. But we liked what we saw from our team. They went with a little bit different look than we expected at the start, so we made a couple of quick adjustments. And, I thought we blocked really well, and I thought the two guys behind in the backfield, as always, did their job. But I thought we really stepped it up on the perimeter tonight.
Coaches always say you win the turnover battle, a lot of times you're going to win the game. You certainly did that tonight.
We did, and credit the secondary, credit the pass rush. Our linebackers dropped into their zones. We did a lot of different things to kind of create some of those, and man, I couldn't be proud of our kids.
You talk about a team, and you've said this all year about your guys being a team and a total team effort. How many guys contributed to this game tonight? Just amazing.
A ton. You're right, it was the entire roster got in there and did some damage. A lot of guys, we have some unsung heroes. A lot of those guys stepped up tonight. Seth Dunlap was all over the field again, which we know he can do, and he does very frequently. But again, if you watch the film and you watch the details, someone like Jacob Haynes, who we ran behind probably 85% tonight, was fantastic. And the offensive line, Luke Jolly and Garrett Moorhead, who, don't get the accolades of the other guys, were fantastic tonight. So just really proud of everybody. We have a great team of players, and there's a lot of names on that team.
Finally, Coach, the community came out and a big wave tonight again for you. It's just amazing what everybody's been able to do here.
It is. We didn't know what to expect. We know this is a far trip, and we know that wrestling and basketball season have started, and those guys got that stuff to do. So to see the crowd that showed up here tonight 2.5 hours away was fantastic.
And let me ask you one more thing. Your special teams has been tremendous all year, but Nate Schlesinger, those touchbacks, that's field position, and what he's been able to do. And then you threw him a bone at the end there, and you let him get the 2-point.
Well, we wanted to try to get the clock rolling. And we've repped that all year. I promised him we were going to run it at some point, and I hadn't yet, and that seemed like an opportune time to do it. But yeah, Nathan is as good as it gets. He's more or less automatic, and we're 35 yards away, and he's banging field goals to put points on the board, and then his touchbacks and deep kicks are awesome.
All 3 phases tonight. They're going to Hershey. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
John Ruane joining us. We're also going to get a couple of players as well, Dan, if you can hang on here. I know Seth Dunlap's coming over.
We can hang on, yeah.
And Cade's going to come over first and join us. All right, so if we're still on, we're good? Okay.
We're good.
All right.
All good, buddy.
Cade, you're probably used to this by now. Congratulations. Another big game tonight. You're going to Hershey, man. That has to make you feel pretty darn good.
Yeah, all glory to God, like I always say. All glory to Him.
When you look at this game tonight, you look at this Exeter team. They beat a really good Governor Mifflin team last week. When you saw them on film, what are some things that you thought that maybe you could do tonight?
It looked like they had a powering offense, so our defense had to come out and stop the pass. We knew they had a great quarterback and knew they had a really good receiver, so we were trying to work with that a little bit. And then offensively, talking about us, we just had to do what we normally do. Run the ball down your throat, hit deep balls, execute. We go from there. If we don't have penalties, it's going to be pretty hard to stop us.
One thing that you guys did tonight, it wasn't just reliant on the offensive line, you and Carter. Other guys stepped up on the offensive side of the ball, and that has to make your job a lot easier. But kudos to them. You look at the catch by Otto. That was just a great possession catch. All those things add up, and that's why the scoreboard said it, right?
Absolutely. There's heroes on this team that are not talked about. I know me and Carter get a lot of the credit, but every good team has awesome players that do their job every single week, and they don't get as much credit as we do. Otto's just another one. Hats off to him. Hats off to everybody else on my team that obviously played their tails off tonight. But yeah, that's just what we do. That's Penn-Trafford.
Cade, you've had a heck of a season, and it's not over yet. You said this last week that we have an opportunity to get there. We want to get there, and now you have that step. You get to go to Hershey and try to win a state title, man. That has to be the best feeling in the world.
Absolutely. We got to finish, no doubt about that. I expect to be the underdog next week like we've been through this whole playoff run, and guess what? We're going to play a chip on our shoulder, and hopefully we'll get it done, God willing.
Go celebrate, buddy. Congratulations to you. Sure, absolutely. Cade Iacomelli, I think where's Seth at? Is Seth coming? Seth Dunlap, Carter Green, I think Hayden's all locked up trying to find other guys here, but we are going to get Seth. So, Dan, if you want to take just a quick time out, I'll get them, and we'll come back, okay? Penn-Trafford wins it tonight, headed to Hershey. We'll be back with some final remarks and a couple of interviews after these messages.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Hansen.
And I'm Dr. Jeff Donatelli, and we're the dentists here at Aesthetic Family Dental at Manor Harrison City Road.
Our belief in high-quality care can be seen through our modern technology and digital workflow. We use 3D x-rays for implant planning. We have an in-house lab where we custom design crowns utilizing high-strength porcelain.
At our office, we believe in preventative care. However, if we do have to do some type of intervention, I will perform the same type of dentistry that I do on my own family.
Shula General Contractors is a family-owned and operated construction company with over 100 years of experience. Whether it's new construction, in addition, renovations, consulting services, or real estate acquisitions, you can rely on Shula General Contractors to provide you with what is needed to achieve your goals. We can take your existing home and make it look new, or build your dream home from footer to shingles. Call 724-744-4290 or visit shulacontractors.com to view some of our work. Shula General Contractors, serving Westmoreland County for over 100 years.
All right, we are still live on our post-game show here on the Westmoreland Sports Network, and we are going to send it down to John Flickinger, who looks like he has Conlon Green and Seth Dunlap. Guys, take it away.
Back on the Warrior postgame show, and again, Penn-Trafford going to Hershey. Seth Dunlap, you played a great football game tonight. Congratulations to you. And, this has to be the best feeling you've ever had in football, and I'm sure you've had some good ones.
It is. Our team is great. We just get the opportunity, and we make it the best one we got.
Talk about your situations tonight, what you saw out there. You had the big interception at the end of the first half. That was absolutely huge, and you were able to, get some points there and really take an advantage into the locker room.
Yeah, our whole team made plays throughout the whole entire game. It was great.
Talk about the fake punt. Was that something you guys practiced this week and looked at on film against these guys?
We practice every week, and they had 2 guys on the left side, and we had a lot more guys than them, so we just took it.
Now, is that all on you? Is that if you guys see it and you do it, or is that a called play?
It's called by the coach. They see it.
Yeah, excellent. Well, congratulations. What a really great game, not only tonight, but all season long for you, and you get one more chance at Hershey, so Congratulations.
Thank you.
Seth Dunlap joining us. Conlon Green, you played a tremendous game on both sides of the ball tonight. Not only do you block offensively and do those things, those little things that make big things in games, but you caught a touchdown pass tonight. A big touchdown pass, because that kind of turned the tide back in your favor. Talk a little bit about that and the chance of going to Hershey.
Yeah, I mean, we had the game plan coming into the game. We just had to execute, and I thought we did perfectly fine with that. Coach knew what he was doing. It was a good team we played, but we were just harder.
Relentless defensively as well. I mean, you were in there. You're flying around, and you've done it now all season long, but tonight it just seemed like you guys were pinning your heels back a little bit and going after them.
Yeah, I mean, they're a really physical team. We just had to bunker down and be more physical. I mean, especially with 3 guys up front, we got to be hard hitters up there.
Has to make you feel good that you get to take the long trek to Hershey next week for a chance at a state title, man. Congratulations on a great season.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Conlon Green, everybody. And Penn-Trafford Warriors continue to dominate teams. I mean, tonight you didn't see it coming, at least this score anyway, but the Warriors win it by the final score of 49-14. We were trying to get Carter. I don't know if that's going to happen because he's celebrating with his teammates. So we'll catch him. Oh, he's coming. Here he is. All right. I know it's his big celebration. I said to Cade the same thing. You're used to this, yes. Talking about this, but just talk about the team in general. You talk about a team effort. Other guys, stepped up tonight. It wasn't just you and Cade and the offensive line. It was everybody, including, and what I say a big turning point of the game was a big possession catch by Jake Otto.
Right. Yeah. I mean, everyone played together. We played as a complete team, and we're going to celebrate together. So that's really great. That's what we want to do.
Last week when you won the WPIAA championship, I know Coach Ruane said that he, told you guys to celebrate, and you celebrated on Saturday. You came back and saw the pep rally was fantastic, and what everybody did. Sunday, you embraced it. Monday, you went right back to work, and he asked you if you guys were all in, and your answer was yes, and he said you had a heck of a week of practice. Talk about going through all that.
Yeah, so, I mean, we got to do the same thing again right now. So we're going to celebrate on the way home, get ready tomorrow morning, watch some film on whoever we have next. I don't even know. So we're right back to it.
You get to do it again, and now you go for a state gold, which is fantastic. Right. Congratulations again to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Carter Green, everybody. Penn-Trafford Warriors, another big victory tonight here at Bald Eagle Area High School. We'll send it back upstairs.
All right. We're not quite upstairs here, Sean. We're actually in the first level. But this press box, it was recently renovated, and my brother and I don't know if he mentioned on the broadcast, it was really funny because in 2016, Ligonier Valley made it to the state semifinal, and they played here at Bald Eagle against Southern Columbia. Anybody that plays Southern Columbia, you know how that went. Although Ligonier got behind early, and they actually made it a game. They were trying to make a comeback there at the end, so it wasn't a blowout or anything. But anyway, we didn't even realize. We totally forgot that we were here before until like yesterday. I said, "Wait a second, Bald Eagle. That's right. We were here." So. It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but the people took care of us. We thanked them. We had a really nice setup, and Doug, the athletic director here, got us all set up with a nice little room, and we have everything that we need. So a nice heater, he made sure. He said make sure the back door is closed when you go in because we got here early. That way all the heat doesn't come out. And then of course I was outside trying to bring some equipment in, and he was driving up, and I said, "Oh, Doug, I forgot the back door," and he goes, "I told you," So it was a lot of fun. So. Obviously, when your team wins, it's a lot of fun, and that's what Penn-Trafford has this ride they've been on. Obviously, under Coach Ruane, they have won way more games than they have lost, but this certainly a special year. Sean, I know we talked about some other teams that had the potential of doing this, just missing out. That lost to Gateway, that lost to Pittsburgh Central Catholic in the WPIAL championships, and even other years where they certainly were talented enough, things just didn't go their way. So they're certainly riding it right now. And one thing I said to Cade Iacomelli off the air before I had a chance to interview him for tonight's pregame show, and someone said. Someone else said this to him too, is just, take it all in, man. Like, go celebrate. When you're on the bus, when you had the escort, I don't know if they're going to have another escort tonight or not, but when they had one the other night, it's like, when you're involved in this, just soak it all in. There's nothing wrong with doing that.
No, not at all. This first time 50 years of the school program, to go to a state championship game, like we were saying before the interviews, just to even think about it is special. It's kind of surreal to be there, but hey, the Warriors have earned it. They've earned every bit of it, and now they get that chance to go play for state gold.
All right, let me take a breath.
As we bring back John Flickinger.
I don't think I've run, even though being a phys ed teacher, I don't think I've ever run this long.
A lot of movement there, huh?
Excuse me, but excited bunch down there. Obviously, you can see it. You can also see that. They know that they have one more hurdle to climb, and it's going to be just like they all have been. I mean, look at the Moon game last week. I'm not sure what you guys talked about, but, Moon was a phenomenal football team. And I think Coach Ruane said it in the interview earlier tonight that they weren't a 12-0 football team by mistake.
Right.
And that was a slugfest that Penn-Trafford won. Tonight, they needed to have a quick start. They got 3 early. They were down 4. And then they just poured it on, and I think that's kind of why I wanted to ask Coach what he thought about coming into the game would be the strength. And just like you and I had talked about this week, we thought the offensive line might have an advantage, size advantage, and it certainly showed tonight. But what I was most impressed about with Penn-Trafford tonight was the amount of players that got involved, especially in the offense. We hadn't seen that. Last week I said it was crazy when you look at the stat. There was 1 catch for 9 yards by Jake Otto, and that was a huge catch last week. He made another one here this week. I thought it was a big turning point in the game. That was it. That was the only yardage last week other than Cade and Carter.
Right.
And you got to ride, the guys that are going to do it for you, and it turned out to be a victory. Tonight they needed to go and use some other things, and they
definitely
did.
And they needed those guys because in the beginning when it they went down 7-3, right? First possession after the Schaffler touchdown, they were shut down. And
Exeter was focusing on them.
They were focusing on them. They knew where they were going. You could see their film study was accurate. They were ready, and they were shutting them down. And then second quarter came. And, a 24-point second quarter that, the Warriors had a 27-7 lead at halftime and were just able to maintain in the second half and finish them off and just play a phenomenal football game. Absolutely.
Yep. And you can talk about
ebbs and flows and things like that of a game. But honestly, for Penn-Trafford, I other than that once that catch was made and they moved the sticks and they scored the touchdown, it just seemed like they just stepped it up, and really Exeter was never in the game after that.
No.
I mean, to see a running clock against a team like that, and we talked about it. I mean, that's a good football team.
There's a lot of studs on that team. Very, very good football team, and they never got behind the Warrior defense again after that.
And Nangle, 255 yards on 41 carries last week. Yeah. When you stop him and he doesn't get yardage on first down like he did last week, he was picking up 5-6 yards on first down. They were picking up third downs like crazy. Penn-Trafford put them in long situations all night. They couldn't run the football. That means they have to throw it, which they do well, but Penn-Trafford made them one-dimensional. Mm-hmm. And since the Warriors did that, once they did that, they started having opportunities to pick the football.
Yep.
And give credit to that front three, too. I mean, really, the only reason I say front three is most of the time they rushed three.
Yeah.
So those guys were applying enough pressure, to be able to let everybody else play football in the back.
Yeah, to drop eight and be able to focus on, they had Strauss, they had Schaffler, they had, Yoakum. I mean, they're just Nangle out of the backfield. They had so many targets that they could go to that, they had to focus on dropping eight, bringing three. And that front three, I mean, they really got good pressure all night, forced fumbles, forced sacks, and just a phenomenal game.
Yeah, and it's funny to hear, and you might call it cliche now because they said it last week, but they'll say it again, and you heard Carter Green say it. We're going to celebrate this one on the way home. It's going to be fun. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow's going to be a great day. We're going to celebrate this. We're going to probably watch it back and watch, the performance. But guess what? Come Monday, it's time to turn it on because you got, one shot, and you never know when you're going to get back.
Yeah.
You need breaks. Penn-Trafford got breaks. They got, a couple breaks last week. They got a break tonight. I don't know if it really would have meant anything on the Iacomelli interception that hit the ground. But you look at the replays here. That was a huge catch by Conlon Green, and then the interceptions just started coming.
Yeah.
That was Heilman.
That play there came from preparation. They were ready for the screen. That was his second read.
Right.
And Heilman did a nice job reading it.
And we talk about all these different plays, but Heilman, that was a big one too because that was earlier in the game that set Penn-Trafford up for that touchdown. So again, and that's what I hit upon there. As you see you're going to see the Dunlap pick, I believe. Or no, this is the auto interception and return. Is the fact that so many of those guys got involved. Yeah. I mean, and that makes it nice. Look at Cade there with the right foot, just being able to get that right foot in and the ball across the goal line. And then, of course, here comes the tip, the interception that wasn't but was, because that's what they called it on the field.
No replay in high school football.
Right. And then the finishing pass, the little, I guess you could call it flanker screen because he was lined up as the flanker, and just a quick screen, and Cade took it in. And then,
going back to those scores tonight, Cade is now, he scored more touchdowns in the playoffs than any other Warrior in history.
And there might be one of the happier Warriors tonight, Ian DeMary, as he scores. And Hayden, you can see his tattoo on his left arm. So you have to be happy about that. We'll watch it back, and we'll slow it down. There's a big hug from Coach Rouet, and it was nice that I believe those are his girls, Dan. Coach's girls, I think they had a nice little Hershey Kiss sign for him, and then they were throwing Hershey Kisses and I think ice at him and everything else. No, but just a great night for Penn-Trafford. The team, the coaches who did a tremendous job, the community, those watching and those here tonight, and it was fun to cover them this year for my short time. Seeing them and obviously living in the community as well makes it even more special for all of us. And then I have to say, because Hayden wants to say, he's pumped up too. And he wants to what?
I just want to say that Ian DeMary, he was unreal tonight, and he had a heck of a game. He was unreal.
Okay, Ian DeMary came in and did well for the Warriors. Okay, I'm going to start the cough now. Yeah. We've been here long enough.
Yeah.
But just a great win, and good luck to Penn-Trafford in the state finals.
Definitely going to be a lot of fun to see them next week. That'll be on the Pennsylvania Cable Network, and that'll be. That'll be on the audio as well.
Yeah, so remember, listen, I have to say this, though. It's going to be an audio broadcast. So what you do is this. The broadcast on the Westmoreland Sports Network will be probably a little bit behind the PCM broadcast. So you pause the PCM broadcast, make the Westmoreland Sports Network time it up, turn it down. You got Westmoreland Sports on the broadcast.
I've done that my whole life with Bill Hillgrove.
with Bill, yep. Now the problem is if you're ahead of the TV, then you're running into some trouble. You can't stop it because you can't do it the other way around. But yeah, it's just been great. I know my brother certainly he's been following Penn-Trafford. It's funny we talked about that. Our very first game for Penn-Trafford was at Peters Township. I think I mentioned that tonight. And that was the first team. Now we're covering all kind of teams and doing everything like that. But they gave us the opportunity, and I know Dan thanked Athletic Director Kerry Hetrick for everything that he's done for us. But just the community in general just stepping up. And we're glad we were able to bring this stream to you tonight. And on the Exeter side, if anybody's still watching, what a heck of a year that your Eagles had. And that win last week was just tremendous. It came to an end tonight. Penn-Trafford just a little bit better.
Yeah, went back and watched, the last 4 weeks for Exeter, and just really impressed coming into this game. I saw some things that they did that I think the Warriors matched up well against. We talked about the offensive line, the defensive line. Just up front, the Warriors are just so big, and they were able to use that to their advantage, and they made it work, and they did a phenomenal job at taking nothing away from Exeter. They did an excellent job this year, winning that District 3 title, beating Governor Mifflin after coming back from a huge loss in the middle of the year. But a lot of good players that we're going to be seeing at the college level for sure.
Yeah. Sean, thank you so much.
Absolutely,
buddy. It was
buddy.
awesome. Great. I enjoyed it. Always nice to work with you. I want to thank Dan Flickinger, our producer tonight, Chris Smith, Ryan Mickey, Josh Bujakowski, the Penn-Trafford TV that helped us out tremendously tonight. That was awesome. That was so nice to partner with them as we do each and every year. Connor Alexander and Paul Mills, who called part of the game tonight. I'm sure that was something they certainly enjoyed and will always remember as well. And anytime, those guys did a great job. All of our fine sponsors along the network and everything that they have done for the Westmoreland Sports Network to help us provide these games that you have watched with Penn-Trafford football. And Hayden, we thank you too as well.
Absolutely, buddy.
You're a big fan.
Going to Chocolate Town.
Chris Smith said going to Chocolate Town. Okay. All right. So for all of our sponsors, the great people here at Bald Eagle Area High School that set us up in such a good position here to be able to broadcast this game, thank you as well. Off to Hershey for the Penn-Trafford Warriors, their first trip ever, and that will come next Friday night. Stay tuned to the Westmoreland Sports Network, and don't forget to watch this game back on the archive as many times as you wish. The Warriors for free. The Warriors win it, and I think I will say this: $10.99 was worth it tonight.
Yeah. Yeah,
for the folks from PT anyway. Maybe Exeter saying something different, but a good season for them as well. 49-14 our final. For Sean Benjamin, I'm John Flickinger. Have yourself a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week from Hershey.